Our night begins with only a few hours of the night remaining. Daylight comes in a few hours as it hits 3:30, 4 a.m. now, and you all know the sun rises about 6:30 a.m., and it's probably best for you to seek shelter somewhere even earlier than that so you don't catch any of the early glimpses of sunrise. Maybe 5:30 a.m. So that gives you little time left in this evening. However, where we last left off with our coterie, Dorian, your wife, she is in labor with, now you've discovered, 2 children, twins, that she will be delivering. Silas, you got the beep from your pager that you have only for work. And you know that you only have this set up for very specific emergencies, including your brother's wife's birth. And therefore, the 3 of you begin rushing over to Rush Medical Hospital, where Silas works. Dorian, you had prepared something for your wife, a very specific special unit ward within the hospital with only the best of the best for your wife's delivery. You knew this night was going to come, maybe a little earlier than expected, but nonetheless, it's here. And you know you had things prepared for this moment. So as you all go back in the limo from which you came up north in Wrigley Fields area and make your way down to Rush Medical, you approach in the limo toward the emergency unit and make your way to the front desk. Dorian, you approach and begin to ask and inquire about the ward that you had prepared for this night. And the woman at the front desk, she begins talking to you. You must be Mr. Lysander, your wife.
Yes.
She's in the public maternity ward right now, getting ready to deliver.
Excuse me. I had a special room set aside for her. We should have everything prepared. Are you telling me that she's out in one of the standard rooms and not in the very specifically set aside room that we had prepared?
She begins shuffling papers and looking through the computer that she has in front of her. We did see something on file.
Dorian.
I don't think. It looks like it wasn't ready, sir.
Elizabeth, how are you tonight?
Dr. Silas, Dr. Lysander. Sorry, forgive me.
Dr. Silas is fine. As you know, this is a very high-profile birth in the city, and
yes.
we did request this. I'm sure there is something upstairs that is available.
I'm so sorry, Doctor. They didn't get it. They weren't expecting delivery.
Do you have any idea what's going on around here? Do you have any awareness of even your surroundings? Like, can you give me a straight answer at all about what's going on in this hospital? Because right now my wife is I don't even know, is her doctor even with her?
Yes, Dr. Stonos.
I'm not crazy, right, Silas? Like, this is ridiculous, right?
Dorian, it's a very busy hospital. I'm sure there's some misunderstanding.
She looks very flustered, and she begins fixing, nervously, adjusting her hair and doing a nervous twitch.
Elizabeth, it's fine. We'll figure it out. I'll talk to Dr. Sonos, and we'll get it taken care of.
I can take you to her right now if that's what you would like.
Yeah, right now. Come on.
Okay. And some of the other people in the waiting room, you can see begin whispering and looking at you all as you can tell that some of them are starting to recognize who you are, and they begin, chattering amongst themselves in the emergency room waiting room. You all get up and go through the double doors and make your way to the maternity ward, the delivery unit, and you see that there are multiple, they're in a room where there are, the curtains of other people, but you see your wife in one of these rooms with all the other curtains, but of course, there is a doctor there getting ready for her delivery. You see your wife there, Dorian, in her little gown, getting ready.
You okay? Is everything all right?
Yes, everything's as good as it can be. I'm so glad you're here. And the doctor says, "Sir, we can only have one person here at a time." And he kind of looks to the others.
It is hospital policy. Yeah,
okay,
but no. Give me a second.
Silas, though, is one
Doctor,
of her primary.
Yes, Dr. Lysander. It's good to see you.
You as well.
I know this is important for you as well, and I know you're not scheduled tonight. Do you want to stick around? We usually only allow one person to stay with the patient.
Correct. No, I will be around, but I'm. Look, I've delivered a baby before, but it isn't my forte. So
Yes.
I fully trust you.
Of course.
And are you her attending OBGYN?
Well, she did have a requested midwife, but they're not available this evening, so I'm here to help deliver. But I've delivered many babies before. Everything's looking good so far. Her vitals are fine. She's healthy. It looks like it's going to be a smooth delivery.
And I understand we did request a private area outside of the general ICU.
Yes, I did hear about that, yes. They made, it doesn't look like it was all prepared, as they weren't expecting it this evening, so...
She is early on her term, but with twins, that is not normal, not abnormal.
Yes.
Okay. Dorian, you stay here. I will call Marcus. What are our drivers' names? The one that wasn't
Marcus
fed on.
and Lucas?
Yeah.
Lucas
Marcus
was fed
and
on?
Lucas.
No, Lucas is my driver? You're not calling Lucas.
We are getting security here at the hospital. So whether it is Marcus and Lucas,
Okay.
or we call in other people, I want people stationed outside this door.
Okay.
We need security here. 100%.
The last thing we need is people trying to snap photos. Look, I know it sounds terrible, but it happens.
And we gotta get her in a private room as soon as possible. I don't care if we have to kick someone out on the street. All right, let's get this room.
Dorian, that's not how it works.
I mean, it kind of is how it works, all right? Like,
this is a private hospital. If you want to take her down to Cook County and have one of the worst, infant mortality rates in Chicago, be my guest.
All right. And Dorian's gonna start making phone calls as far as making sure there's security and everything that needs to be addressed there.
Okay, so you are calling to make sure security comes in. This is easy enough because of your resources and all the dots that you have in that. You are able to get your security to come around the hospital. They do note that, let you know that there were some paparazzi outside getting ready to take photos. So they make sure the area is secure. And you realize, so this room that you're in, the delivery room, is a windowless room, and it's dark in here and everything like that. But the hospital itself, there are windows down the hallway. You know that you have probably about another hour till daylight. And Dorian, I want you to roll me 2d10. Just 2d10. Which I think you might be able to just do like a custom roll in Demiplane. If you just roll 2d10 and tell me... Oh shit, it might not say what the numbers are.
How do you do a custom roll?
You know what? Do you have dice? Do you have dice available right now? Yeah. Okay, roll me 3d6. D6s are not normally used in Vampire the Masquerade, everybody. But we are going to make a roll for something.
Ooh, a little real roll. Little real dice.
Got some real dice in here.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Love to see.
11. 6, 2, and a 3.
11. The doctor informs you that based on the current, I'm not going to get into too gruesome into the terms here, but the delivery time of how long the labor is going to be is 11 hours.
Okay.
So it's about 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m. right now. What's that? 3:30 in the afternoon is about the time that your kids are gonna get delivered. So you and the Lysanders have a choice to make on what you would like to do. So to give you and the audience the options, you can stay up. Kindred can stay up in the daylight if they want to. They have to make willpower rolls to see if they're able to stay up. As long as they're in a room or in a place that doesn't have windows, they can use the sheer will of of who they are to stay awake. Or you could leave.
Well, I'm not going to leave, so I think for sure, yeah, let's do whatever rolls I gotta make.
Okay. Well, you also need to make sure you secure where you're staying. So, same thing, Silas and Willow. What would the two of you like to do? Would you like to stay or would you like to leave?
I'll stay.
Silas, you might be able to figure something out. This is your workplace.
Correct. Yeah.
You know, like your office, for example, doesn't have windows. You could
Correct.
bunker up in your office.
That is true. Question. Sorry, Bijan, real quick. Do I work tomorrow?
You do not work tomorrow. You usually
Thank God.
work.
Okay.
Yeah, you usually work weekends.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So is this a hospital that we own?
It is a hospital you are looking to acquire.
Got it. Okay. And how many people are in the room right now? Like, how many other patients are there?
There are 2 other patients in this room, and there is a doctor and a nurse. And yeah, that would be about it.
So 2 patients and a doctor and a nurse. Okay.
Yeah.
For now, I'm not gonna do anything.
And other nurses that occasionally walk in and out, rotate out regularly.
Okay. Well, actually, you know, I might. When the doctor and the nurse are gone, I might, if there's a moment, I might address the other patients in the room.
Okay.
Oh god.
Well, there are curtains. It's gonna be hard for the doctor to leave your wife. They're going to be sticking with them for most of the time. There are a few moments where they step to the side, they go to like the little sink and everything and get some stuff, but it's
just a moment. You know what? It's just a moment when whenever they are not addressing those when the patients are alone for a moment, the other two, I am going to go up to them and speak to them, at least to one at a time, I guess.
Okay. You do find a moment where like the doctors aren't really paying attention to you, and one of the other, nurses who was checking on the other patient was there. So yes, you do find a moment.
I'm just gonna walk up to them and calmly look them in the eye directly and tell them, you should really just check yourself out of this hospital. And I'm going to use compel.
Okay. You
so fucked up, Dorian.
Does compel require you to make any rouse checks? I don't think it does. Let me just pull up your character sheet.
Or I should say, check yourself into another hospital. I would say probably.
Okay, they're gonna walk. Okay. Yes. So they are mortal. So this is not. Roll me just a charisma and dominate. It doesn't look like this costs anything for rouse checking. But yes, you can go ahead and roll me just a charisma and dominate to see how well you do here. So yeah, if you click on them in demiplane, next to the little compel thing, it'll.
Yes, I'm trying to.
Yes, we're all still learning demiplane, everybody. We're using it, not sponsored, but we just for this season we've picked up demiplane because it's got a very robust compendium nexus for Vampire the Masquerade, but we're still learning how to click the clicks to make the rolls.
Yeah, so I'm a little confused. So you just click on compel and then
yes, if you click so if you see it says charisma plus dominate, if you click on charisma and you click on dominate, it should show it. Am I not? So click on charisma, click on dominate. Oh no, why is this? Oh my god, your dice pool for charisma.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, yeah, if you just click on it, it'll show you charisma, dominate, and blood potency. And if you click roll, it should roll for you. Yes.
12 successes? Jeez.
Brother.
What?
Did you roll a crit by chance? Does it show like?
I think 2 crits.
Yes. So yeah, that.
Nice roll.
Okay.
So yeah, he's gonna want them to clear the room. So he's gonna do the same thing to both people just to try to get them, find another room, find another place, just
I'm
clear.
not even gonna have you roll
room.
For the other person. These two people, you see them in their little. I forgot what it's called. The little
hospital
robes.
gown?
Hospital gowns. Thank you. In their hospital gowns, one of them has an IV catheter in them. Pulls out the catheter and gets up and begins walking out into the hallway. Glazed over look on their face, walking down the hallway in their hospital gown. Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Wayward.
Thank you, Wayward. And check themselves out as far as you know. And the hospital, the room, this surgery room, and wherever these patients were, waiting for wherever they were to be taken in their hospital beds, it is now empty except you, your wife, and the doctor and the nurse.
Okay. It's a little quieter in here now. You know, should be easier to get through this.
Now, Silas and Willow, where would the two of you like to stake out for the day if you're planning on staying at this hospital?
Silas is going home.
Silas is going home. Okay.
Silas is going home.
Can I just sit in your office then?
Sure.
Wait, where are you going?
He's going home.
Dorian.
Why are you? But I would just feel a lot better if you were here. Like I don't trust what's going on here. You know,
They
like-
are very good doctors, Dorian.
it would just be a lot. You know, like we don't own this place. Like I can't just make things happen here. You know, like I would be a lot. It would just make me feel a lot more comfortable if you were here. You know.
Fine. I'll be in my office.
All right.
So,
And he's gonna give you a hug,
Oh,
like a quick. He's gonna squeeze you.
Thank you, Dorian. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't know how much it would mean to you for me to be here, but I'm glad I am now.
Thanks. And he's gonna leave.
okay. So Dorian, you're staying with your wife. Silas and Willow, you two are gonna stake out in your office
Yep.
and
For 11
stay in there.
hours.
And theoretically, one of you could sleep if you wanted to, because you have the other to kind of keep a watch out if anybody was to come. But you could also both just decide to stay awake and just wait it out.
Yeah, Silas will just, come on, Willow. And he'll go to his office. And he won't even ask her. He'll just like curl up under his desk.
He's sleeping.
Yeah.
That's fine. She
Yeah.
just is gonna sit in his seat and just pretend to be a doctor while he's sleeping.
You put on the doctor's
Yeah.
jacket.
I put on
Dr.
the,
Lysander.
Yeah, I put on the little name tag and everything.
Little stethoscope around your neck.
Yeah. Mhm. Just wait for you to wake up. I'm just going through your shit. That's all.
The one thing, Silas, you know that if you do go to sleep, as kindred, when they go rest, you're basically out cold. You're dead when you
That is true.
go to sleep.
That is
So,
true.
like, if Willow wanted to wake you up, she couldn't just like shake you and be like, "Silas, wake up." She'd have to do something extreme, like throw a stake in you and then pull it out or something like that to wake you up. So that's just an FYI. Like, you will be
In
out.
torpor for
You'll be in torpor, yeah, essentially until the next night where you rise. But that's, I mean, you can do that. Just laying out the options.
Okay, well if she's not giving birth till 3.
You have a couple of hours till the
Yeah.
evening.
What time do we usually wake up? Like
I would
8?
say in the way like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay. With daylight savings time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it
well,
was now, it'd be freaking 4 o'clock. It starts
Right,
getting dark,
yeah.
and I hate it. But that's besides the point.
okay. Well, Dorian wants me here. I guess. Are you staying up, Willow?
Yeah. I got
Well,
plenty to do.
Besides us being like essentially exhausted,
Mm-hmm.
what other effects are felt? Like if we stay up, do we sleep like this upcoming night? Like how or are we like when
You
night
can
comes?
You could stay awake into the evening. Your dice pool is capped by your humanity rating, so you can't roll more than what you guys have, humanity 7. If you have anything
Yeah.
that's a higher than 7 dice pool, you can't roll higher than 7 in that
Okay.
dice pool for the next
Got it.
night
Okay.
till you get your day's slumber.
All right. Well, I guess Dorian wanted me here, so I'll stay up.
Okay.
Okay, then we'll stay up.
So you all are staying up, and with that, I want you all to roll your willpower rolls. in demiplane and see. Now, the way the rules are as written for everybody's information, it's for you have to roll per scene that you're staying up in the daytime. I'm not gonna make them roll like for every hour or so that they're staying up. To me, this scene is the labor. I know it's a long labor, so I'll probably make you all roll at least twice to see if you're able to stay up by sheer will, because this is also your first time as Kindred staying up during the day. So it is going to be a little rough, but I'm not going to torment you all and make you roll 8,000 times.
All right,
Three
Silas
successes.
Yeah, 3 successes.
Yeah.
Okay, and it is, you need to roll with a difficulty of 3. So
Is it
and
if
then-
it meets, it beats? Is that how it is?
Yep.
Okay.
And then Dorian, you as well, roll your willpower to see how you're staying up.
Dorian passes out.
3 successes.
Okay, all of you manage to stay up for the first half of this intensive labor. And Dorian, you stay with your wife. She asked to hold your hand. When she does, she says, "You're so cold, Dorian."
Yeah, I would blush of life. I would
Okay.
blush of life to.
Aroused, dude.
Go ahead and make a rouse check for that.
I would say I'm sorry. I'm just guess I'm just nervous, and I would roll the rouse check. I don't know where anything is on the sheet.
Top
I'm
right.
sorry.
Yeah, top right next to your experience.
Ah. Did I roll? 1 success.
Okay, so you do not get hungrier, but yes, and you are able to blush of life. The cheeks get rosy again. Your hand is warm to touch, and for all intents and purposes, the doctor does offer you some hospital food if you want to have some as you're staying. If you wanted to, you could partake. Your wife is doing pretty well. This isn't her first time, so she seems pretty good overall, and her vitals are normal. Everything is going fine. There's nothing at this point for any concern for you, and this also isn't your first time with your wife at this experience.
Silas and Willow are just in his office. You doing okay?
Yeah, she's just going along your shelves right now, picking up books. What's this one for?
It's all about brain hemorrhages.
Oh, do you deal with those a lot?
Sometimes.
What's your favorite one to deal with?
Broken bones.
Why?
Everyone's different.
What's the
No.
nastiest bone that you've ever seen broken?
Femur right through the skin.
What'd
It's
they
a
do?
doozy. Well, you gotta set it. You gotta set it back in place, and I mean, it's the strongest bone in the body, so you have to set it, take some force.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, if you can set a clean break, then you'll know. It just pops right back in.
Oh. So it just pops right back in? That's it?
I mean, you gotta align it, and then you take an X-ray and see if you aligned it right. And
Wow. Sounds
Yeah.
like you spent a lot of money to do that. Just to say
What?
that you could do that.
Going to medical school to pop a femur back in place,
Yeah.
it was a lot of money.
Yeah. Is this
Knock, knock. There's a knock. Hey, it's Sal, janitor, cleaning.
No thanks, Sal. I'm taking a nap.
All right. I'm not coming back for the rest of the day, so you ain't getting
That's
your garbage
fine.
taken out.
That's fine.
All righty.
Thank you,
Bye,
Sal.
Sal.
Oh. Yeah. You busy in there?
No,
Is this one of those one-on-one patient nights?
no, Sal. I'm it's my sister.
Oh,
To peek
okay.
out.
Oh, hello
Sounds
there.
like, oh, you're into it. Into that, huh? Okay.
And
She just
Sal,
peeks out.
you hear the he rolls away with the mop, the big
Yeah.
mop, industrial
you,
mop
Sal.
thing that he has. All right, I'll see you later, doctor.
See ya.
Yeah, do you, as soon as the door shuts, yeah, you have a lot of those, one-on-one?
No. Not here.
But here you could flex that you're a doctor.
Do you know how many germs are in a hospital, Willow? How many random people walk in here?
I imagine you keep this pretty clean.
You'd be surprised.
Hmm.
Those anarchs were something else, weren't they?
Yeah? Why you bring that up?
It was just interesting. First time encountering something like that in the last 9 months.
Yeah, what do you think about them?
Pushovers.
Pushovers?
Yeah.
Why?
Huh.
But they don't
I don't-
follow the rules, though.
And?
Wasn't that kind of... Isn't that kind of, like, cool?
Cool?
She's
No,
sat.
Willow.
She's like sat down on the other side of the, she's kicking her feet.
You think it's cool?
Yeah.
Not following the rules?
Yeah, especially when Dad does.
But when Dad doesn't follow the rules, or when Dad does follow the rules?
No, I'm saying, like, Dad always follows the rules.
That he does.
Yeah.
And so does Dorian, and so do I, and so do you.
I mean, I don't have to, though.
You don't have to, but you will.
Why would I?
Because... What do you think happens to you if you don't follow the rules, Willow?
That would require Dad to give a shit.
You think Dad's gonna baby his little baby girl if she goes and hangs out with a bunch of anarchs?
I don't need him to baby me.
No, but when Dad's money goes bye-bye, the helicopters go bye-bye.
Why would you say that to me? Why would you be so real right now?
Because I know you, Willow. I saw that glint in your eye.
Well,
It was the same glint the first time I took you to the Art Institute.
well, then you know that it's fruitless to convince me otherwise.
Well, I'm just saying. If look, I'm not gonna control you. I've tried many times.
I know.
If you can do whatever you want to do, but I'm just telling you, you do something like that, you're gonna lose out in the long run.
Am I? You did just fine without Dad.
And I was human. You have a lot more opportunities when you're human.
Yeah. That's right. Forgot. Doesn't
Time is
make
it?
you upset.
Is it like noon?
Yeah. Check the clock.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's about that time again for you all to make a second round of willpower roll to see if you have the will to continue staying up in the day. Difficulty of 3 or more.
That's such
Holy
a real
shit.
roll, though. You know?
Uh-oh.
Oh, Dorian fell asleep.
May have only gotten one success there.
Oh,
Now, the
I
thing
have 5.
is... Okay, so
Eight.
5...
Eight successes.
Jeez.
What's your willpower?
You can...
6.
In normal dice rolls, you can spend a willpower to re-roll 3 dice. So I suppose rolling a willpower roll, you can expend a willpower to roll another willpower, or to re-roll 3 of those dice from your willpower pool.
Okay. What is that? So when does that willpower pool replenish? How does that work?
Each session, basically,
Each
your
session?
willpower will replenish. Yes.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's try not
Okay.
to fall asleep during the birth of my children.
Yeah.
Let's try and stay awake for that one. Okay, so I can roll. I'll roll 3 of them. How do I do that?
Yes. So there should be like a willpower re-roll. If not, I would just roll 3 dice and tell me how many successes.
Oh yeah, there
you
is
get.
a re-roll. I see. Okay. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, that's cool. And I have my 3 successes. There we
Okay.
go.
So you have one less willpower, but you are able to stay awake for the next few hours. Your wife, she does thank you again for being here. It's weird for your wife to say thank you, but maybe part of her was expecting that you weren't going to be here.
Yeah, you don't have to, I mean, can I do anything else for you? Can I get anything,
No,
get anybody?
no, just you being here is all I need. I don't know if it's gonna be, I didn't even check if it was gonna be a boy and a girl, or a girl and a girl, or a boy and a boy, so I guess we're gonna be surprised.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe this is happening.
You got name ideas in case it's...
I was thinking of a couple names, like, I don't know, maybe something after your mother, maybe?
And I know we had talked about this before a bit, and it's really important to me. And if it's a boy, then, you know, maybe, I know you didn't really like this name before, but like maybe you could consider the name Anakin again, because it's really, it's a
Dorian,
very, like,
no.
it's a strong name.
No,
And I
not
really...
now. Please, not while I'm
Okay,
in labor,
all right.
Dorian. Don't
You're right.
even...
You're right. You're right.
Don't-
I'm sorry.
No, we're not going over this again.
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
No, I look, I like Anna, I like Annie, but not Anakin. We're not, that's not they're gonna be their full name.
Okay. All right. Yeah, this is not the right time. I'm sorry. You're right.
I just really hope it's a girl. I'm just gonna say it. I want 2 girls. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna find out. Okay. And, hours pass. The labor happens, and your wife is relieved as you have a smooth delivery of 2 children. The first one.
Wait. Do you have like a balloon, like pink balloons or anything?
Like a
Any,
gender reveal party?
Do you,
Oh, I
do you
should
have
have
a little,
got some
popper
for
or anything?
I should have done a gender reveal for the stream.
Do you have a cake?
Shit,
Can we
that was a
see
good
what color it is
idea.
on the inside? All right.
So the first one is a boy.
All right.
She holds it. And then the second one, a girl.
Boy to girl.
And the doctor hands the girl to you. And Dorian, you hold
daughter.
your daughter for the first time. Your first daughter, as you
My
have
first
2
daughter.
children already, and they're all boys. The
Boys,
fourth
girl.
is a girl.
Dorian, he holds his child, his first girl, and he says, "Hello, little Anna." And he smiles at her. And he brings her over next to her brother and says, "Hey, this is your brother, Elijah." And he just sits there next to his wife as they hold their children together.
The doctor and nurse sterilize and clean the area, and you spend this moment with your wife. A moment of humanity. Moments that you don't get often these nights, these days, as it is midday for you. It almost feels, with your blush of life and everything, It feels like a moment that you don't know if you'll ever have again. Because these moments were stolen from you the night your father embraced you. But the small blessing is that you still get this moment, and you endured the day for the first time. You endured this day so that you could see your wife and your 2 new children, Elijah and Anna.
Things are going to be different for these kids. We're gonna, things are changing in this family, but the kids are always gonna come first. You know that, right? I'm always gonna be there for them, even if I'm doing things for the family.
Your wife grabs your hand. I know you will, Dorian. She says that, and that's the first time you've heard her agree with you and believe in you for the first time in quite some time.
Yeah. I can't promise I'm gonna be around any more often. I know I haven't seen you and the kids much. And I'm gonna try everything I can to be there for the moments that matter, but I just gotta be honest, I'm not gonna be there all the time.
You never were. But part of me always knew that. I knew when I married a Lysander. Your family didn't get to where they were by being family people.
That's gonna change, though. I don't know how long it's gonna take. It might take lifetimes. But it's going to change.
I believe you believe that, Dorian. Maybe you will change it, but certainly not going to change with your father there. Maybe there's something you can do about that.
What are you suggesting?
Your father's not a good man.
No.
Perhaps you expose him for what he is. Get him out of the company, and you take over. That's where the real change can happen. 'Cause I know you can do it, Dorian. I know you.
You know that I want that. You know that I want Dad out of this company. I'm going to try.
I just hope it's soon and not when the kids are already in college. You know? Like, enjoy their time growing up. We have two 2 babies again. We get to enjoy all of the firsts again. With double the amount of firsts. I just hope you're here for their first words this time.
I'll be around on the weekends for those dinners. And
Yes.
And Dorian doesn't really have much more to say. He kind of trails off. He looks down at his feet.
The doctors come in and they take your 2 children to monitor them, make sure they're all healthy. Everything seems healthy with the 2 kids. You get all the good reports. Some time passes, and night does begin to fall. And Silas and Willow, you are able to leave the office, head out to the hospital, and head back upstairs to the maternity unit. And Silas, you get the reports from your colleagues, and they let you know everything's healthy. 2 twins, male, female, delivered within 7 seconds of each other, and everything went well. Look, I don't know, baby. Everybody's always surprised because I don't know
7
babies,
seconds
okay?
of each other. Yeah, I'm not a doctor, but anyway.
7 minutes.
Sorry.
Yeah, Lysander speed. They launch a mission.
Shotgun birth.
Story
Hey.
where it's flipping kids when I don't know shit.
Look at the new parents. All right, so we have Elijah and Anna. From everything here, they're looking good. They're looking healthy.
Yes. It's good to see you, Silas. And Willow. Yeah, it all went well. Dorian stayed here the whole night. He didn't even have anything to eat.
Oh, he's a trooper.
Impressive.
He's a trooper.
Maybe he
But-
should.
Yes, but obviously this isn't your guys' first time, so they'll be back momentarily with Elijah and Anna, and what's her name again? Emmeline?
Wait, my
Oh,
wife?
Your wife.
It's
Adeline.
Adeline, there you go. And Addie, if you're feeling good, we'll get you out of here probably in the morning.
Yeah,
That's how they do it nowadays. You just pop one out and they kick you out. That's kind of how it is.
I mean, I guess, again, it's not my first time, so I don't get all the special treatments of a first delivery, so that's fine.
You're gonna get all the special treatment at home. Don't worry. It's gonna be.
Yes, I assume the car will be ready to take me back and everything. Marcus or Lucas. Any updates on the press? Was there any outside or anything like that?
Well,
I could go look.
no, Willow. We had some of the security come by and stake it out. I don't foresee anyone getting close, but on the public street, there's really nothing you can do. Maybe we can have them pull around to, one of the side entrances or something to draw some ire off you.
I suppose.
I suppose you don't want to leave through the loading dock.
I'd rather not, no.
We've done it before. You'd be surprised.
Well, I appreciate you all staying here and seeing me. I guess the rest of the Lysanders were unable to make it, but...
Well, you know Father just as well as us.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I don't think he was there for our birth, so why would he be here for
his grandchildren?
Are you coming home with us, Dorian?
Yeah. Yeah. What time is it? And what? And I look at the rest of my coterie and I go, what are we? He's kind of completely forgotten all of the stuff that we had.
I think business can wait for tonight.
Oh.
I think our meeting was set for a couple days from now, correct? From what I remember.
I
I don't think
it was
I
the
don't think
next
it was.
night.
Oh,
I don't think it was tonight. I thought they said we contact you within a couple days.
I thought it was the next day.
Oh, I thought it was a couple days.
I think it
Oh,
was
if it's-
the next
mm.
night.
Because I think maybe because when we did our one shot, you said this happened a couple days after
Mm.
Elysium, but
Oh, yeah.
Willow just
before
gives
the
you a
meeting.
look then,
Yeah.
Dorian, and she goes to her. She's not wearing a watch, but she just does this.
I can come home with you now and spend a couple of hours there, but then we've got some business to take care of.
Of course. Well, yes, I guess I'll be out of here in an hour or so. It's already... Can't believe it's already dark. I've been here... Feels like the whole day. But that's okay. I'm ready to get out of here. So... You guys get yourselves ready to head out of this hospital. Your wife gets all of the stuff to get checked out. Your babies as well. You do have a meeting tonight. And from what you remember, what that Anarchs at the park told you, they didn't say who you were meeting. They did say it was a she, but they didn't give the name. But they did give you a location. It's in East Chicago, so it's outside of the city limits, in between like Chicago and Gary, Indiana. And it's this industrial park that you're supposed to meet this person or these people at in East Chicago, which is where the Anarchs usually hang. So
Is that a safe place?
East Chicago.
Are you
It's-
asking like in real life or in
yeah.
game?
Well, I mean, I guess we're basing it off of real Chicago, so.
No.
Oh. Dorian, are you bringing your gun?
You know, we don't need to call attention to whether or not I have a gun on me. We can just, you know.
Out of sight, out of mind. It.
Yeah. That said, I think, you know, for expediency, we take the helicopter.
No.
I love to
We are not taking that. We can take the Skyway from the loop. It will take us 20 minutes.
What?
We're not taking the helicopter to East Chicago.
Why?
I thought it was outside the city limits.
It is, and it would get you there
So we get there,
pretty quick.
Take the
Are you afraid? Are you afraid of flying, Silas? I feel like you're always.
No,
you
no.
You never
wanna
want to
fly
go on
in
the helicopter.
Like we have a helicopter. don't know why
trust
you...
me. I know we have a helicopter.
You never want to go when I ask you.
Because why can't we just have a little bit of humanity left in us? Why do you have to take the helicopter on a 7-minute helicopter ride?
Because it's fun.
And
That's
it
the
costs
perfect-
what? It costs $35,000 to fuel it, plus pay the pilots. What, a $70,000 7-minute helicopter ride?
So
They're on
we're providing
retainer.
jobs then.
The pilot, it's. We're pretty much paying for it already anyway.
Look, Willow, you were the one that said we stuck out like sore thumbs when we pulled up in a limo. Now we're gonna take a fucking helicopter to
Well,
East
now
Chicago?
they know that we're assholes. It's too late for that. We might as well embrace it.
Got a point.
So the coordinates that they gave you was a place called Lucky Straw. It was like a warehouse supply store that's now closed. It's now closed down and everything, and it's actually pretty open space. So from what, like, if you're looking at it on a map or like Google Maps, it does look like it looks like you could find a spot to land your personal helicopter there, and it's not. Yeah,
Don't
it's
shake
Not
your
a
head.
personal
We're taking a
helicopter.
helicopter.
Yes! We're totally taking the fucking helicopter.
I believe I've been outvoted.
okay. So Dorian,
Sibling boat.
you all shoot. Do you have to rouse for like if you're
The
staying up?
helicopter?
Oh, there's a helicopter sound.
You know what?
Thank you, tech director.
What's your guys'
I was gonna
hunger
do it.
at?
One.
By the way,
I think 1 or 2. Let me look.
Okay.
None of you
guys
Let's
are,
see.
none of you guys are that hungry. Okay.
No, I'm not hungry.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay. 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 The helicopter. Marcus arrives. Marcus is also a helicopter driver.
Oh, a trained pilot.
Dude, Marcus does it all. That's why he got the job. That's why we
Oh
pay
my
him
God.
70,
Marcus-
however the fuck much.
Yeah.
We pay him $70,000 a year.
He's ex special forces. He's got
Ooh.
all skill set.
We pay him $170,000 a year. to do
So
this.
Marcus arrives at the top of the hospital. There's a helipad on top of Rush Medical.
There is.
And he's arrived and waiting for you all.
Marcus!
This is so over the top.
Oh my god.
It's a helicopter ride. Don't be so dramatic, Silas.
Fine.
It's
Just get
only
in the
10
helicopter.
minutes.
Exactly.
It's fine.
Let's go.
I get in, I put my little headset on.
You all get in the helicopter. And
Oh, look at that traffic. Oh, look at all that traffic we missed.
Look, they look
Wow,
like
this is-
ants from up here.
Yeah, well, it is the taste of Chicago, so it is busy.
it is, of course, rush hour goes all the way to 8, 9 p.m. in Chicago. So you are overlooking a sea of red brake lights
Whores.
as you drive across Chicago. A beautiful view of the lake as well as you're making your way toward
Oh,
East
that's
Chicago, outside of the city limits. And yes, it is a quick 10-15 minute helicopter ride over. And it's been a while since all of you have left the city, really. You don't have many reasons to, unless you're traveling abroad, and it's been years since you've done like a family Europe vacation or anything like that.
I'd love
But
to do that.
so it's interesting as you make your way into East Chicago, not far from you, the Gary Chicago International Airport, and you see more of this industrial area as you're making your way. Lots of old warehouses and buildings. Doesn't look like there's a lot of people inhabiting this area, but the helicopter begins to set above a building. Or next to the building, the ground begins to shake and the gravel begins to move as the helicopter slowly lands. It's loud, ear-piercing, ear-shattering, and you all step out. And you see this building. It's a warehouse for all intents and purposes. There is nothing special about this building. It's pretty quiet and vacant as well. What would you all like to do?
This is the right address, right? We ain't
Dorian,
just
do you have
flat
your
here for
gun?
nothing. Oh my god.
Yes, I have my gun. All right,
I'm
it's
just, what if they come out?
fine.
We're not about to start World War III.
What are we gonna do if they attack?
This was everyone else's plan.
I don't know. They're anarchists. They carry guns, right?
I don't know.
I
Are
don't
we
carry.
still following? Are we still following Willow's lead? Was that?
What?
Is that the running game plan?
Oh, I can go first. Don't worry.
We all know it went so well last night.
I
Well-
wasn't suggesting we do it again. I was more, that
Well,
was
you're
more of a
you're the man with the
sarcastic-
gun, Dorian.
You are the man with the gun.
That's your role in the group.
All right, so the man with the gun makes the decisions. I'm fine with that.
No. If I say to shoot somebody, you do it.
Uh,
And she says it a little joking.
who do you think?
Yeah, I don't.
Who do you
She's
think
not-
you are? Are you suddenly a
even-
kingpin now?
Don't even ask me that.
How about we just go knock on the door? We were invited.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going over.
You begin walking toward this building. You see there's like a garage entrance, but there's also like a front door. So you walk toward the front door, I assume, and knock on the door. It takes 10, 15 seconds. You're sitting there waiting, wondering if anybody's going to actually answer this door. And after about 20 to 30 seconds of waiting, the door does open, and you see an individual, a male individual with long, dark hair. Looks like they're wearing a jacket. You're beginning to make their silhouette as they open the door. And who is at the front door? Was it Willow? Were you the one walking up to the front door? You open the door and you see this individual. And I would like to welcome our guest to the stage, Josh, Jersh. Welcome.
Ooh, with art.
Yes.
Ooh.
And you see an individual standing in front of you.
He's got a snake.
That's what.
Oh, this dude's cool.
That's what he looks like.
Yes, he stands.
I'm
the
gagged.
The shadows kind of over his and his hair kind of in his face, and there's not a lot of light in this warehouse, so you do see a shadow cast over his face a little bit. And peering from his shoulder, you do see a snake.
Oh, shit.
Why is he so hot?
Oh,
He's a vampire.
Let me get. Oh my. This has got to be the hottest character I've ever seen.
I love this. I love
He's giving
this.
Briar vibes from Rock
He
and Roll
is giving
Play.
Briar.
Role
Giving
play.
Briar
Look,
vibes,
my own
yeah.
creation. Of course,
Yes.
he's super hot. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Sorry. We needed to squee over the art. So.
Hey, sick snake, bro.
Hi.
Thank you. Who are you?
Oh, no, don't forget, I'm taking the lead.
So you're the lead,
Yes,
and who are the other two?
those are my minions.
Lead and minions.
Yes. We're here for the Anarch meeting.
We're her brothers.
The AA. We've all got some chairs at the back. Lysander, you say?
I didn't say that.
Oh,
we
sorry, I
were
thought
told
it was.
you'd be we were told you'd be expecting us, so that does track.
I guess you can come in. What are your actual names? Nice to meet you. I am Ada.
Is that your real name?
It's what everyone calls me. It's not my written like.
It's your code name?
We don't have code names. No, I
Oh.
have a snake. It's real simple. But you know.
What's the
I like
snake's
it.
name?
Monty.
Cute. Aw.
Yeah, but it's not a python. So
Oh. Oh.
That would have been good, though.
would have been good,
That'd be
though.
fun. I'm Willow. Nice
Yeah.
to meet you. She'll extend her hand.
I like extremely exaggerated. Like throw your hand up and down.
She will go with it. And she'll step aside so her brothers can get in.
Silas,
Silas, good to meet you.
pleasure.
And last but not least,
Dorian. And he extends a hand.
Dorian. Willow, Silas, Dorian, come on in. Anita is she's a little bit tied up right now, but me and the boys will take good care of you. Is there anything you want? You want a blood bag or anything?
Is that here?
I'll keep a couple around as a courtesy.
I'd love
I
one.
won't say no. Yeah.
Out of a dirty cooler, I just throw them 3 bone plump.
Yeah. And sure enough, there are chairs around. They're like metal folding chairs. This building, it is a wide open garage, and there are still there's restaurants supply. It was like a restaurant supply store, so there's still like things that you would buy for like restaurants and things like that, like still scattered within this building. You do see some other people around, some other kindred. They look at you, but looks like they're in their own conversations, so they don't pay too much attention to you. But yeah, this isn't quite what you were expecting for the vibes of this place, but it's an Anarch place. That's all you know.
It's fair. If there's a little folding chair, I'll sit on a little folding chair. I'm not drinking out of this dirty ass blood bag though, that's for sure.
The blood bag's clean. The cooler is not.
I don't know where this has been. I'm getting in my purse.
It used to be in a person.
Dirty. I unzip my purse. I let Machiavelli out onto my shoulder. So little Machiavelli.
Are you sure you want to do that? You know, snakes eat rats, Willow.
Machiavelli is very feral.
Machiavelli.
That's his name, yes.
Very cute.
And with Machiavelli coming out, he brings out a little teacup. And I will pour my blood into my little teacup that I carry in my purse. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dorian's gonna tear into his bag. You know, he's gonna look around and kind of like act like, you know, he kind of like belongs in a setting like this. You know, yeah, you know, back like the Topher in college, his uncle used to like own a garage like this. You know, we used to hang out there and like drink, you know, Bud Lights and shit back in college. You know, so I kind of, you know, I'm feeling this place. You know.
I'm glad you're comfortable. Yeah, good job on keeping it on the down low, your little rival.
Oh, our helicopter.
Was this supposed to be a secret?
No, it's just quite the entrance.
There was a lot of traffic.
Just wanted to get here on time.
Mm-hmm. Well,
We could have drove. I suggested drove.
Oh, but yeah, but then we would have been here like 30 minutes late.
We have all the time in the world, Willow.
But it's not nice to waste people's time. He was waiting.
Were you waiting?
Well, I was waiting here for you, yeah, but I've got my buddies, so we're all good. I wouldn't have held it against you.
Are your buddies all snakes, or are you referring to other kindred?
It's just a pile of snakes in the other. Love that, friend.
Everyone turns around and hisses at you.
Oh no. They don't like us. The girlies don't like us.
Well,
make yourselves comfortable. I'm not entirely sure what it is you're here to talk about, but feel free to enlighten me.
We were sent here by... I don't remember their name. Park in Wrigleyville. Some of your fellow Anarchs were there.
Mm-hmm.
They sent us here to talk shop.
Look, we were told that you had a problem with some particular creatures in that park, and look, we kind of just want you out of the park. We were told if we could strike a deal with you, we'll take care of the problem, and then you get out of the park.
It's a tall order, that one. You let's get to know each other a little bit. I don't wanna just do business straight up. This is very, very boring kind of Camarilla way of doing things. We want to get to know you. Like who am I dealing with here?
Sure, man. I'm down to chill. Like, we could. Do you have anything with like more of a kick? Do you have anything with like more of a kick in it? You know?
Yeah, we've
What's up, my fellow
I think
kids?
we have some, I think we have some Kool-Aid around the back.
Oh.
What are you into?
Dude, whatever you got, man.
Not
Honestly.
the dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah, chill, man. What's up?
Bro, it's
Dorian!
all good.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I
Dorian.
just
What?
What are you doing?
Why are you talking like you're 45?
Look, all right, look, we're here to do business, right? This is how sometimes you got to get unconventional with business. It's no different than going out to a club, taking someone out for drinks.
Uh-huh. You ever done that before?
This isn't dinner at
Willow.
Alinea, Dorian.
I went to college.
I know.
Yeah, I go out to clubs. I go and
Yeah?
party. I have friends. I do these things. I go out and dance.
You
I
party?
take drugs. I drink. Yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
what this isn't.
Oh.
This isn't news. I don't know why you're acting like this is so surprising.
While they bicker, Adder, what do you want to know?
well, first off, I would love to know where you party.
Me too.
Or I don't party.
Can I just for like you did that everyone here is a kindred. You're allowed to say werewolf. You're allowed to speak freely. Like I mean, there's a few of my lads around the back, but they're out of earshot. So we're all good. We're all Gucci, as Dorian would say. So
I mean,
You would
That's not
totally
something I
say
would-
that. Do you
that's not
do you,
something I would say.
do you see that on TikTok? I bet.
No, that's like
What's TikTok?
Oh my god.
really.
wow.
Never mind. Silas wins.
All right,
Go ahead.
I'll show you TikTok later.
Is it like a clock, or is it like a song?
Were you on Vine?
What, like 10 years ago? Yeah.
Yeah,
like that.
It's just like a shittier Vine, you know.
Oh, okay. So it's like, would someone buy Vine and then bring it back?
Kinda.
Okay. Well, whatever.
Look, it's a long. You know, it's more like. It's like Instagram, but not. You know.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about
We don't have to
social
talk about
media.
this.
Yeah,
No.
that's do you like you said you have something to drink? You got anything? Like from my understanding, Tracy, right? We would drink like tainted blood bags if we wanted to have a drink.
Yes, you could, or you could blush of life again, and if they do have,
Like-
drinks, you could have a drink.
True.
Or yes, if they, if you wanted to get some get some blood, some vitae that had some drugs in it, you could get high that way as well. Which Adder might have some of that.
Probably.
I love that for him. He's got some snake venom.
Adder, you do know about the Lysander family. You've seen them in the news. You've seen the headlines that they've made of business. You don't follow like the business section of news that much, but you're aware. You've seen it on social media, and you've seen around like their business is not doing the best, and you know that some of the kids have a reputation, but you didn't realize. I don't think you probably immediately realized that all of the children of Lysander Senior were embraced. So this is actually kind of news to you, and kind of interesting that a whole family. This is not something that normally happens. A whole family getting embraced is interesting to you.
Then that is my first question. How much did your daddy pay to have you all murdered and brought back to life?
Oh, that's a question.
Wow.
That's a good question.
Oh, I did
Never
find out
even-
mine.
There's a number on yours?
Oh, well, I don't know how much the item cost, but apparently it was a lot. Have you ever heard of the death masks?
Death masks. Have I heard of the death masks?
You know you know what a death mask is.
I've not heard of whatever, if it's a group or...
Yeah, you're not quite
Okay.
sure what Willow is referring to.
Like
It's like an old ancient artifact type thing. You know, it'd be like at an oddities expo, except for like, it's the original one. So I don't know, maybe a few $1 million or something.
Isn't that the plot of JoJo?
What's
my God.
JoJo?
You're a JoJo,
JoJo.
man? Oh my god.
I'm a man of culture.
Oh my god. Wait, Adder is perfect.
But they wouldn't know what that is.
Not
It's
for
kind of
them.
like that, though. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, who? Dad bought a death mask?
Yeah, I guess so. That's
That
what they
was-
gave. That's what they gave my sire in exchange for returning me. I found out.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's
I
cold.
mean, I don't know what it is, but that's a mask.
Yeah,
It sounds like something.
Silas, you would know, like,
Oh, I would. Okay.
you would know the original, like, CPR dummy was based off of a death mask. That's something you learned in medical school.
Oh.
So,
Oh, okay. Now real life's clicking in. Okay.
Yeah.
yep.
So like,
And that's like a very strange
Yeah.
but like interesting phenomenon. I don't know if phenomenon is the right word, but
Sure.
it's like the original, like the CPR dummy is a
Oh,
death mask.
I looked it up. IRL, how much this would cost? The original. Oh my god. So apparently this one dates back to like Egyptian times.
Yes.
And if it was that one, it seems estimates we're getting in the billions.
wow.
Yeah.
Daddy's little girl.
I spent a lot of money.
Whatever
Daddy's little
Dad
girl.
paid for this, I'm sure it was way too much.
Oh, definitely.
Well, he didn't have to pay anyone to turn you, Dorian.
No, no, he didn't.
Well, that's probably why he could spend so much on me.
Yeah, he's always,
Sounds
He's
about
si-
right.
It was a
always
2 for
looking
1
for a
deal.
deal. That's our dad.
It's a 2 for 1.
So how about you? When were you turned? How old are you?
It's gone about 5-6 years now. It's not too long. Not too long. It was pretty crazy night, but it was over quickly. Fortunately, just on a whim. I met my sire eventually, but she just kind of she wasn't interested, so hooked me up with the Anarchs. Well, I'm doing pretty well. I don't have Daddy's money, of course, but who does?
They pay you here?
I find a small income from a variety of activities,
Oh,
What kind of
no.
activities?
illegal ones.
What kind of illegal ones?
Dorian, what are you doing? Interrogating him?
Yeah, what are you, a fucking
No,
cop?
I'm just curious. I just want to know.
I think I'll have to have you take a bump first, but then
I'll
you'll be
prove I'm
able to
not a
find
cop.
out.
Yeah,
You're cool. You're down with the kids. You
I'm cool.
yeah. No, of course. I summon another dude with a baggie.
And sure enough, yes, there is a bag of some sort of illegals.
You're a drug dealer. Knew it.
On the money.
Knew it. Drug dealers are always hot. That's how I knew.
That
I'm
has not been
happy
my
to-
experience. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I don't. You must have good drug dealers.
Of course I do.
On the high end stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
You see his snake kind of slither across his shoulder, across his lap, and then he gives Monty a little pet. Monty does look over at Machiavelli and gives little eyes. But
Little eyes? What kind of little eyes? Like heart eyes?
If you have animal handling, animal ken,
More like
you
looking like a
could maybe-
snack eyes, yeah.
Yeah, and a wit's animal kin. Maybe you could see what Adder is, or what Monty's looking at
roll.
Machiavelli.
Wait, I can roll that?
Yeah, roll me a wits and animal kin.
Okay. I need to know. That's my child, you know? Oh, it's the way I have nothing in that. Oh, but I do have good wits though. One success.
Well, you at least are reassured in that it doesn't look like a predator looking upon its prey. So that's the one good thing. It looks like this rat. It looks like the snake is at least trained and tamed, so that it's not about to slither over and eat Machiavelli.
Do you want them to meet?
Yeah,
him up.
of course.
Willow.
What?
I just kind of coiled a snake around my hand.
Snakes eat mice, rats.
This one will only eat what I tell it to.
Yeah, Machiavelli won't bite. He's a good boy. He does everything I tell him to.
And what if and what if Adder tells him to bite?
Adder's not gonna do that. Right?
We'll find out.
I'll fucking tear your throat out if you do.
I like that. No.
She'll bring Machiavelli like this in her palms, and bring him forward to Monty.
There's like the little.
They do a nose
snout.
boop. Little snoots. Their snoots.
Like the little tongue flicks out.
Yes.
They're friends. They're friends.
They're friends now! Machiavelli's never had a friend.
That's
Except for me.
Well, that's one friend. So Machiavelli is your Famulus?
What's that?
Oh, it's you know what a ghoul is.
You do know what a ghoul is. Yes, you know that.
We have
that,
plenty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know what
If-
that is, yeah.
If you are specially trained in animal disciplines, then you can do the same thing for an animal. Make it stronger, make it longer lived, make it a stronger connection with you. Me and Monty have a special bond.
That's why you can control him. Yeah?
I ask nicely.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
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 How do I do it?
You want to know?
Yeah. She just looks to Silas and Dorian like.
Sure. I can teach you. That's not a problem.
Oh my gosh, the Anarchs aren't bad at all, Silas. I told you.
I don't think it's specifically an Anarch thing.
The philosophy of free sharing of information is extremely important to a well-prepared proletariat.
Yes. Well, I can always pay you for the information if that would help.
I mean, a donation to our cause wouldn't hurt, but I can throw this one in.
Okay. I dig into my purse.
No,
I only-
No, don't even worry about it.
Hey, Lysander family, we pay our way, okay?
Oh yeah, I'm sure you will. We're getting to that. But this, separate,
For free?
on my honor, for free.
Honor? Okay.
She just holds him
Look,
like Machiavelli out.
I'm not a businessman, but I know for a fact nothing in life is free.
All
they're
right. Well, you know I'm a drug dealer. The first one's free.
Oh, when I
there
get
it
a
is.
second rat, then that one's
There
not
it
free.
is.
But
Yeah.
but then wouldn't I know how to do it so I wouldn't have to come back to you to do it?
You gamed the system. You got me.
Okay. Well, is like $1,000 enough?
I said it was free.
Okay.
Everything costs something. I don't believe you.
Fine. Okay.
And she'll hold him out.
All right.
This is a little bit of a process. I've not only got to teach you. It's like a vibes thing. I'm sure you've already got a connection. There's also it is a power of the blood.
Oh. Okay.
So I will have to share that with you. But
Is that like a thing that I have to learn how to do? Because the only things that I know how to do.
But it is a process. I would, we can do business, and then.
Yeah, I'm sure
Okay.
it's a process.
What
do you
would
mean by
Silas
that?
know what he's referring to?
Silas, roll me intelligence occult. Intelligence occult.
4 successes.
You would know from your teachings at the Chantry that yes, powers of the blood means that they would have to share blood in order to unlock those powers.
Got it. Yeah, absolutely not.
What?
It's not gonna happen.
What? We literally just had a talk about this. How you have you weren't going to tell me what to do.
Your boss?
And-
She did say that. Yeah.
Now I'm reneging on that deal, and I'm saying absolutely not.
Why not? You have to have reason, evidence.
No, I
Dorian,
don't.
legal, right? He needs evidence.
Dorian's not a lawyer.
I
He
mean,
knows things.
hey, if we're throwing it as a family thing, that it's a simple matter of votes, right? Then I can just cast a vote here.
No, you do not get to vote on what I do with my rat.
It's not just your rat.
It's not
Willow,
about
it's also
the
you.
rat. Yeah.
What? Well, what do you not like about it?
He wants to blood bond you, Willow.
Whoa. We do not throw that around lightly here. There will be drinking of blood, yes. Blood bonding, no.
What is that?
The power is contained within my blood. You would need to taste it, yes. A blood bond is a powerful control you have over someone. Now that takes like days.
Oh.
Of it's a whole thing. That's not what I'm into.
Willow,
So you can forget
I
that.
feel like maybe we should just do a little bit more research since we don't even know the basics still.
I can tell you. Again, free.
He's al-
Surely they
he's-
should have told you this.
He's already.
the
They
favorite
no,
cat.
they don't. They don't tell you
To be honest,
anything.
It hasn't really been a priority.
They don't tell
Free
you shit.
sharing of information.
Do you have
What
a
is
book
going
or
on over
something?
Huh?
Are there any books, pamphlet, the orientation video? You know?
It's word of mouth, I'm afraid. You're not allowed to write that thing, that kind of thing down and get away
He's
with it.
gonna tell me in a back alley. There's nothing weird about that.
Exactly.
Look, I trust him. He's a man with a snake.
You just met him 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, but what's he gonna do? Kill me?
I mean, no offense, Adder, but I mean, maybe Willow, right?
Yeah, this is nothing personal
I-
at her. This isn't
I know
a
how to.
personal matter.
know?
It's just
And she does this motion.
how long is your boss gonna take?
I don't know. She's very busy.
I guess you're right. We didn't need to take the helicopter.
Yeah, true. Well,
We would have never gotten this conversation though.
I wish
True.
we didn't.
Do you want to go
it's been
for a ride? In the
for a
helicopter?
ride.
In the helicopter. Oh,
Why I want to
It's
go
not
for
a
a ride?
fucking Uber.
yeah, it is. We
I
own
mean,
it.
it kind of is like an Uber.
Silas, why is Dorian so much cooler than you in this aspect?
He's only cool right now.
It's because he knows how.
He's been saying that his whole life.
You should totally go in the helicopter while we wait. It's a lot of fun. Have you ever been in one?
I have not been in a helicopter. That's not a common experience.
Oh,
We could do a quick.
do a loop.
If we're still
Yeah?
waiting.
If you want to do business in a helicopter, I can do the preamble. If you want to cut to the business while we wait for Anita, I am authorized to do that. Yes. But
You're
it's
a
very-
boss. You're one of the bosses here.
Well, I mean, I'm not. We're anarchs. We don't have. I mean, leaders, yes. Bosses, not really.
How do you decide that? Do you all vote?
Sometimes, sometimes people get beaten into submission, but then that ends pretty messily. And you know, sometimes a leader just rises out through magnetic charisma and decisive action taking. It's an organic process.
Uh-huh.
But if they're
I mean, if
assholes, they
you're-
don't last long.
Hey, if you've got, if you've got the authority, if you've got the keys to the castle, like, let's talk. Like, let's get this done, you know?
Excellent. Yeah, sure. Okay. You want, what was it, feeding rights?
We
Correct.
want the
Park up north.
territory.
Territory. Ooh, big ask. Bigger ask than feeding rights. Where are we meeting here? Because I would like either... I would like you to take care of, yes, a werewolf problem. But a shit ton of money would also go well on top of that. If you want the whole territory, a shit ton of money will work.
Hey,
With a sweetener
that's
of
always on the
werewolf.
table. All right, that's always on the table. Don't get me wrong. However, you guys want territory. We got territory. Problem is that territory, it's earmarked. Someone else wants it. But look, I've got, and
So you're not
I guess,
even getting this territory.
you know, it's not really important what is happening with the territory. What matters is that we need it. And like I said, we've got a variety of places that you might fit in very well. And he's gonna pull out a little folder that he's got.
His
prepped.
portfolio.
Not his
Well,
fucking
yeah.
folder!
He's got a little bit. He's got a little portfolio,
He brought his
Various
portfolio.
real estates under for sale.
and he shows these certain territories at different parts of Chicago. None of them are parks, right? They are like, they're not like horrible places, but they're definitely like lower income. You know, not the nicest parts of town. Yeah. But
You get to
here's the
choose the
thing:
tabs.
you would have control of this entire neighborhood.
Have
You
you?
already have a control of this neighborhood. That's what you're pointing at.
Give me one second, Dorian. Come here. Have you checked? Have you checked the current maps?
I pet Monty while they're talking.
You're not giving away territory that we're gonna get flagged for, are we?
Look, I'm just dealing with Lysander holdings. I mean, I've got a certain amount of property that I'm allowed to deal with insofar as working with the medical group. So they're not going to miss a couple of neighborhoods or a couple of blocks.
I'm just making sure we're not giving one up and going back and then being, oh, what happened to this territory?
I feel like Dad would understand, right?
I
This is a big move, right? This is worth.
I just don't want to come back here.
They do this a lot.
I feel like I'm gonna get
It's
fucking
very
tetanus
boring.
in this place.
It's
I know
fine,
I
don't
can't
think you
get
have to come
tetanus
back here.
anymore, but still.
I'm pretty sure Willow will come back here on her own. So
Yeah, well,
you
Want
know.
to drink a person?
What?
Sorry, not you.
Oh,
We're having a conversation here.
But Silas said that. and I
You,
didn't
you
hear
two
it.
you two keep talking.
Okay, well, if you have the ability, then okay. But like I said, I'd rather not come back here.
Now look, if you're asking me if this was greenlit, no, I'm making a call. All right. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's gonna go back and present.
Apologies. Just, business.
Yeah.
Business.
Business.
Anyway, look. We can go over this in detail. If you need anything explained to you, I can explain it. However, I'm pretty sure you can get the gist of it just by looking through this. You seem like you got your wits about you. And he's gonna give you the folder.
Okay. And I start flicking through. I'm not really paying attention, but
I love that for
So-
him.
the non-negotiable is if you want anything from us, you're gonna have to take care of the lupine. Is that okay? You got that sorted.
Yeah. He's gonna look to affirmation to his brother and sister to make sure that we're all.
Just so I can make sure we're killing it, correct?
You could kill it, and if you did, I would be extremely impressed. Failing that, you could
Trap
trap it, bring it to Anita.
it? Okay.
She really wants that thing dead, and it goes most of the way,
Okay. So just away from you guys, really.
No. We want it dead because this is a little bit personal.
Oh,
So
Right.
proof
It did
of his
kill.
death,
Yes.
I killed
or
someone.
just the
That's
thing
right.
itself.
Okay. We can do
Yeah.
that.
Great, thank you. And I'll take, and I look at the kind of shiniest one, and I put my finger on that.
There's a area in Jackson Park Highlands that looks nice. It's by a beach.
I love the beach.
That looks like the nicest location out of all of them.
I slam it closed, pass it over.
All right. Well,
Territory is yours once you deliver.
and that sounds great. So let's talk a little bit of brass tacks, though. We'd like you out of the park as soon as possible. Is that going to be a problem?
Yeah. How does Skeleton Crew get everyone not important out there? Just to make sure the deal goes down, Skeleton Crew, until you deliver.
As long as there's no feeding.
No feeding from them.
No feeding on that territory. You've got to be silent, unseen. Don't disturb anything there.
We can put a few of our sneakers, sure. Is that what you're using it for?
Just covering my bases. Standard contract, You just want to
Okay.
make sure you're covered.
Okay, no feeding Skeleton Crew until your path is delivered. Then we're out. We get that Jackson Beach.
And look,
place.
it's show good faith on our end too. You can start moving in, people. This place is yours starting next week, or starting the start of this Monday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's done Monday. I love that. That sounds really good to me. You want to shake on it?
Yeah, he extends his hand.
I grab it and I squeeze it real hard, and I like.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I love him.
he squeezes back. He knew that was coming.
Cool.
On that, you hear the sound of the garage opening.
What's that?
and a car rolling in. It's not it's like an older Volvo driving in, and out walks a driver, exits and opens the door for a woman, and she has dark hair, also has a septum piercing. Part of her hair is shaved, and George, if you want to show the art of Anita, you can. She begins walking toward the group of you.
Mummy's home.
Ah,
Oh, that's her.
I see the Lysanders have arrived.
Madam
Did we
This
get
Willow, Dorian,
Oh.
and Silas.
I assume you showed them the utmost hospitality.
Everything of ours was at their disposal. Disposal, and I do a very, very deep, fake-looking bow.
He did. He was very nice.
Okay, Willow, Dorian, Silas. I'm Anita. One of the other Anarchs, I suppose. Nice to finally put a face to the names that I see on the news all the time.
Oh no. Oh,
Yes. Sorry to hear about the recent stock price drops in Ethos Investment.
sorry.
I'm sure you'll make up for it with a few $1,000 EpiPens or something.
You know, that kind of dip, it happens. You just, you get used to it. You don't really pay attention to it that closely. You're looking more at big picture, you know?
There is always a bigger picture. This is true.
It's just money.
So, Adder, were you able to get the Lysanders to take care of our wolf problem?
Yeah, I think you'll be really happy with this one. So, we've got cool new digs by the beach. Most importantly, they are going to either bring you the living werewolf or just its head, whichever they happen upon, you know? So, that's yours. We have a half of a deal too. We gotta get most of our people out there. No feeding on it, just while the deal is being finalized, and then we're out.
Well done. What do you all think you can do to deal with this lupine problem? Because we've been hunting this thing for months now.
Nothing to mess with.
It does pose a problem.
Yes.
Dorian.
What, Willow, you don't have to raise your hand. Just speak up.
I know. I just want to. Now that I actually have someone, do you have anyone who saw it happen?
Saw the deaths happen.
Yeah, or saw the werewolf. Before, I didn't really have a lot to go off of, so I couldn't really ask properly. You know, the thing, the web.
She does
Oh,
this.
right. You're one of the ones that can see things. That's always useful to have. Well, sometimes it's useful. Perhaps you can help me then. I have something of the one that they killed.
That would help.
Yes.
An exact time, place, how it happened. The more detailed you can get, the better.
Well, this whole thing happened many years ago now. There was a hunt in Chicago. There were lupine that were killing a lot of kindred. And it was It was not a good time for Chicago. Though your prince says that he dealt with most of it. I would like to think it was a team effort. Anarch's helped as well. He doesn't, like to tell you that part of it, but we were able to at least run them out of Chicago for some time, but they linger. That's the problem. They're always still around. And, we lost a lot of kindred, including my sire, when that happened. It's been some time now, and we hadn't heard about Lupine in so many years, but now suddenly in this past year, they're making a comeback, apparently. Some were seen around the pier, and now they're making their way up north to some of the parks. So we've been staking out there, but we've yet to find it. I've tried to use blood magic and things to hunt it, but we've been unsuccessful so far.
Well, now you have the Lysander family and all of its assets at your disposal here, at least for this one task. So I think it'll be a little different this time.
We hope.
Yes. She goes in her bag and pulls out a ring. It's a very simple silver ring with an engraving on it. She hands it to you, Willow.
Okay.
This was his, so maybe you'll be able to sense something.
Was he wearing it when he died?
Yeah, he never took it off.
Must have been important to him then.
And focusing on that feeling.
Yes. Roll me a wits and aspects, Willow.
Okay.
So I think if you go down to your disciplines and you press wits aspects, it should be able to pull it up on demiplane.
Yeah. 3 successes.
3 successes. You all see Willow hold this ring, and her eyes begin to dart back and forth, and you see her looking left, right, left, right. Willow, what you see is a vision, a premonition. The room suddenly, you see trees sprout in this warehouse. Trees and grass and benches and lampposts. You're in a park. You see a man. You see him standing there. And then he vanishes into weird, wispy dust. And as you look past the wispy dust, you see something looming 7, 8, 9 feet tall above him. A wolf, a werewolf. In this moment, you almost feel that beast, that fear within you quelling up to run away immediately when you see this creature. You've never seen anything like it before. And then you see it shift into the form of a human, standing, looking at its hands. You're able to make out the face. You see the eyes, you see what the person looks like.
Okay.
And then they vanish. And you're brought back. This,
Okay.
for you guys, you see this happen, it's like 30 to 45 second scene that you just witness.
Sits there
Willow.
For a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
She
Did it work?
rubs the ring in her hand for a minute.
I've got them. I know
What
what
the
they
heck
look
was
like.
that?
They I know exactly what the werewolf looks like when they're not in their wolfy form.
When they're a human.
Yeah.
Damn. You know, I have a friend who's a Toreador who has the same gifts. They try to do those things, and they tell me some weird bullshit every time it happens. I knew I should have gone with a Malkavian. They have the gift, I'm telling you. There's something about Malkavians.
Happy to help. It's nice for it to do some good.
That's very impressive, Willow. I feel like we should talk about that more later.
Oh, it's new mostly. Except for those few times that people died. And anyway,
She just hands
Right.
the ring back. I will give a detailed description in case they want it. Oh, actually,
Yes.
no, I won't.
Mm.
I won't, actually.
Okay.
If they know what they look like, they can just go cut us out of the deal.
Well, they've been failing nonstop, so I don't think they have the manpower to deal with it.
And either way, we're already knee deep in this. You're gonna take this territory. As soon as the werewolf is gone, the deal's good, right?
Oh, then I can tell you. Free information sharing, right?
And she will detail out what the person looked like.
Okay.
That's who did it. It was a little strange in the replay of it. The werewolf looked at their hands afterwards, maybe as if they didn't mean to, or maybe it was I don't know. They stood there for a second and looked at their hands, and he whisked away in some ash. At least in the vision. I don't.
Could it have been his first time transforming? I remember our first night. I couldn't stop clenching my fists because I couldn't feel warmth in him anymore. Kind of like that.
Yeah. I don't know if they can even control it.
Well, how long has this been going on for?
We've been trying to hunt this thing for months. It's been years since we've had to worry about lupine activity in Chicago.
So, I mean, he's probably not sleeping in the park, Dan, or you would have found him.
You're right.
If he was in the park, right? So he's got to be going home. And if we know what he looks like now, we can find him.
Yes. Well, I need proof. I need proof that he's dead.
What's proof?
However, you can give me proof. You can't just tell me you dealt with it and not have any evidence. How am I supposed to believe you?
They don't turn into ash when you kill them, though.
They might turn back to their human form.
Well, that's why I'm telling you what they look like. So when we bring you the dead human body, you'll know that it was true.
Whatever way you can show me that he's been dealt with.
I think that's fair. We'll be thorough.
Well then. I guess it was good that we stumbled upon one of the richest families in Chicago to deal with our problem, huh, Adder?
Yeah, getting to send some camis off on a nice little job for us is a good feeling.
I gotta say, the next time I see Jackson, I'll have to tell him I'm honored.
Hey, we made a deal here. Worked out for both of us.
I agree.
And, hey, if the deal works out, no reason why we can't do another deal in the future.
Well, we'll see how you do with this one. But I pending completion of the contract, whatever, yes. Sounds good to me.
We can't just be friends.
We can be friends. Speaking of, you want to learn how to get a little bit closer to Monty. Cool. This is probably going to be a bit boring for everyone else. Wanna?
Yes, I'll show the Lysander boys around the warehouse then.
Don't worry. She sees that look on Silas's face. That fucking look of like, I'm not pleased with this.
It's gonna be okay.
And she points to Dorian.
Dorian just is this.
So, Adder, you take Willow elsewhere to
Probably
show.
just outside, right?
Yeah, just
Where are we
outside.
going?
You
Oh wait,
go
are they
right-
doing? Are they doing this now?
Yeah, that's what she said.
That's why Silas is so pissed.
Silas is like, he's
Wait,
fucking
wait,
mad.
Wait, hold up. Hold on.
What? You're done
can
with
we-
business. You're done with business.
Can we get through a deal and make sure that we trust each other first before you go off and?
I already
do some
trust him.
I love him.
You know,
Hey, I love him.
you know,
Stumps foot.
Willow, you look down at Machiavelli and you see there's like a bit of the, like the little gray on the side of the eyes.
Oh my god. Fuck
They're
you.
looking a little glazed. You know that a
He's
rat
old.
lifespan is only a
Short.
couple of years.
No,
And you've had Machiavelli for about a year now.
Think about Machiavelli. If he dies,
I'll get
because
you a new Machiavelli.
He's not going to die. Hey, Silas.
Ooh.
What the fuck, bro? Come
What
on.
the hell?
Man, that's cruel.
I'm not
How would you
listening
do-
to you for the
I
rest
think
of the night.
PetSmart has a 2-for-1 deal all the time.
Hey.
Oh,
He's special.
PetSmart does not have our very important animals. That's I'm sure they're great animals, but these are ours. We love them. That's very
Silas,
important.
rats are pets. Like they're real pets. You know, like
He's
they're
smart.
part of. Yeah.
He can do a spin.
A spin. That's amazing.
Let me know when he
he
can
does a spin.
It
Let's
doesn't
make
Do
him.
a spin
It
too.
doesn't matter. He's gonna. Willow, he's gonna make it long enough for us to finish this job. When we're done with this job,
Oh, I'm
And
doing
we're
it
all
now. You don't get a say.
I'm not.
That's more like it.
I know I don't get a say. I'm just suggesting.
Free sharing of
I'm
information.
asking you to not do it.
Power to you, Willow. Stick it to the man.
Yeah, I don't listen to men.
I'm asking you to consider the words of your brothers. That's all.
I think I should do this for Machiavelli. I'm gonna do it right now.
All right.
Look, Adder can be perfectly trusted. We don't have any
Same.
look. Also, we have a good deal with Prince Jackson right now. Like, we're on good terms, and the last thing we need to do is do something that's gonna piss off the Lysander family. So I think, in truth, he's just trying to help. He's trying to
Mhm.
help.
Look at him. He's so nice.
Forgive me for being a cautious older brother.
Hey,
Forgive
it
us.
happens. It happens.
They're just really protective, you know?
And I'm sure you get a say whenever he wants to do something. All right, let's go.
Oh my god, I love it.
Well, hey,
Off following the hot. I'm following the hot Bruja, man. And that's
I know that it's
I'll be in the
it's
helicopter.
A process, so why don't you guys go ahead and get to it then?
Well, she's gonna show you around the warehouse.
I don't want to see the warehouse. No offense.
It's
I'll,
it's fine.
It's a warehouse.
I'll take the tour. I'm not as rude as him. I mean, I want to see what you're working with here.
Of course. She shows you around. Honestly, it's not really that much from what she's showing you.
This is our dirty cooler.
Yeah. There's no secret like room that she takes you to with like an arsenal of like weapons to fight lupine, silver bullets, or anything like that. It's pretty much a standard warehouse. You meet some of the other Anarchs. There's a guy who is from Clan Ravnos that you meet.
Okay.
There is another Bruja, and you also see somebody from Clan Ministry, and you meet a bunch of interesting individuals. They invite you to a card game.
Okay. I take their information. I'll see if I can go to it but no, I don't know if I'm going to. I'm polite. I am curious. I ask Anita questions about herself. I ask her, so how long have you been with this group?
I'm kind of what the Anarchs call the Baron. It's like our own little, it's like a leadership role of sorts among these other Anarchs.
But you don't like to call it a leader.
It's more of a figurehead thing than anything else. We don't really have a hierarchy structure. We don't have a Primogen Council. We don't have all of the things that you have in the Ivory Tower.
So when one of your people steps out of line, what do you do? What kind of authority do you have? How do you get your will done as the leader, not leader?
Well, depends on what they do to step out of line. Beat the shit out of them. I mean, that's the easiest way to deal with it. But the nice thing is, if somebody has something they want to say, we let them speak. I don't have people come to me and call me fancy names. And if somebody wants to speak out of line, that's okay.
Oh, that's just fine with you.
Yeah.
Okay. I get that.
We meet up, we talk about all of our goals. It's not just my goals.
What are your goals?
Right now, it's to deal with this fucking lupine.
No, but like with this group, why take on a leadership position? What are you trying to get done here? Why do you want people to listen to you?
Look, I'm not here to say I'm about to revolutionize Chicago. Chicago's pretty well embedded in the Camarilla, and that's okay. All of the West Coast right now belongs to the Anarchs, and I know a lot of people in California and Los Angeles, San Francisco. I go there often, actually.
Yeah, we have a hotel in San Francisco. Actually,
I'm sure you do. It's nice to place our roots here in Chicago. It's nice that Kevin Jackson treats us like people. So we're able to make something for ourselves in a small way.
So you like him? You think he's good to...
He's better than the last one, that's for sure.
I mean, I know you're Anarchs, but you're living here. You don't have to.
No. He's all right. not everything he does I agree with. The whole Lysander thing was a bit of a controversial one, to be that blunt, but clearly he cares and wants to make changes. So I guess that's okay.
Is that not normal for the
No, it's not. They're so ingrained in how things have always been. It's very rare for them to make change.
Oh. I'm not a free-spirited anarchist, but I am about change. I want things to change.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll be changing things in our own ways together.
We'll see. We'll see about that. Look, I wish your family all the best, you know? I'm sure you have great things planned for the city. You can tell, you can detect that she doesn't mean that genuinely.
All right. Well, we'll see. And yeah, he's gonna take that hint and tours over.
You head back toward the helicopter, and Adder and Willow, the two of you head outside, probably around the corner. You see Silas, like the gif of Russell Crowe looking out the window, staring at you both. And you realize
That's so fucking.
I'm Javert.
Yes!
Looking at Jean Valjean.
Yeah.
Yes!
You see him Javering, looking over at the two of
Dude,
you.
quit Javering.
And it's a little uncomfortable, so you walk around the corner,
scoots
down.
over.
You know, it's a long warehouse, so you walk a little bit more extra and go around the corner, so he's not staring at you from the helicopter.
God, you're Javering on me. I'm trying to make friends with this nice, pretty man.
Sorry, he's a lot, but he means well.
Oh, you're muted, by the way, Josh.
I was wondering, is this like a warehouse on the coast or whatever, or is it just like in the middle of nowhere?
It's more inland.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some people are entrenched, you know? It happens. They get possessive, they get weird about all of that, I don't know, stuff.
Well, he does mean well. They both do. They're good people most of the time.
Most of the time? What does that mean? Like
90% of the time.
90's good.
Yeah, I
Can
would
you
say
ever-
9.
Can you ever truly trust that, like, and this is not an offense on you, but there's a lot of extremely rich people that just look out for them and theirs, and that's great, but doing good?
Oh. No, they definitely don't do good. Well, Dorian doesn't. Dorian definitely doesn't do good. Silas does, though. He's a doctor.
Okay.
He helps people.
For how much money? We don't have to get into it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I'm
I don't know.
I'm not here to shit on your family. It's fine. It's.
Oh, I mean, it's fine. They're, I realize we're kind of abnormal in that we own a lot of the city. And, that can change things about a person.
Right.
But,
Just-
Silas is still good, and Dorian's sometimes good.
I'm sure they're good to you.
Yeah, they're good to me. Other people I don't really know, but they're good to me, and they practically raised me. So
That's nice. My brothers raised me, so I get what you mean.
Did you not have parents? Or were they like mine?
What does like yours mean? What?
Oh, parents in name, but not in practice.
Gotcha. No, mine, similarly. Dad wasn't really in the picture. Mum was a bit of a drunk. It was difficult, but me and my brothers, we made it through, you know?
Oh. Did you guys grow up in Chicago?
Yeah. Nearby here. This is home.
Oh, how old were you? Were you? When you know what I mean.
Well, I was fresh out of Chicago university, so what was it? It was 6 years ago, so I was 21.
No way! I'm 21.
21 forever.
21 forever!
It's a good age to be.
Is it?
It would be nice to grow up a little bit, I guess. We living with what we've been dealt.
Yours wasn't a choice either.
No.
Mine neither. Nobody really thought to ask if I wanted to be part of this.
There seems to be a theme.
No, people usually don't ask me. Nor am I ever allowed to do what I want, usually.
I'm sorry. That must suck.
I mean, it can, but there are worse lots in life. So, I'm not complaining by any means. Could be much worse. You're gonna teach me a thing?
Yes. Okay. Well, no, this is gonna be fun. How long have you had Machiavelli?
A year.
A year. Machiavelli is super cute. Oh, hold him in your hand, like.
What?
Like
Wait,
this.
I gotta show you something on him first.
Oh.
I flip him. I'm holding him like this. And on his little tummy. So he's like a mostly gray rat, but he has a little white blob on his tummy that is slightly heart-shaped.
Look at this.
Aww.
This is
That's
why
very
he's
cute.
special.
You can't just replace a rat like that.
I know. How could you find one with a little heart tummy?
Heart, tummy, personality. I get you.
Yeah, he's special. I want him to be around forever, as long as this isn't gonna hurt him.
Won't hurt him.
He's
Won't
not
hurt
gonna
you.
get hurt? Okay.
No. Monty, I've had him for the last 7 years. So like I have the same feeling. It's so yeah. Hold Monty out. Look into those beautiful beady eyes and think of something real happy and kind of latch onto that feeling.
Okay.
And connect it. You know when you're starting to lose control, if you're really hungry or someone really pisses you off, that beast. Connect
Yeah.
it to that beast in you, in your chest. That's where it's gonna come from.
All right.
Hold on to that feeling.
Okay.
Now, your brother was right about one thing, which is that you shouldn't be blood bonded. You do what you're about to do. I think it's normally like 3-4 times over a series of like a week or something. You're in trouble with that person. Like, basically belong to them. Don't do that. Doing it once.
Why would
Shouldn't
Why would someone do that?
There are a lot of slimy characters around here. I'm sure you've noticed, especially in the camera, they will do anything to get one over on you. Especially that. If they do that, there's no going back.
Why would I agree
Right.
to it though? Would someone?
No agreeing with people like that. They just make sure it happens. They could use their powers on you. They could do whatever they want.
Oh, I
But-
see.
Or just like bend your arm. I don't know. But this one
Okay.
time, and then never again with me. And I hold out my wrist.
Okay. Her, like, she's never, like, been another person. So she's very...
Isn't this gonna hurt you?
A little bit. I'll deal with it.
I'm a little nervous.
Take it slow. You only need like a little taste.
Like just a little on the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she's just gonna, like, give you a look and then do the tiniest little bite on his wrist. Trying to be as gentle as possible, just barely breaking his skin.
I go like, ah! No, I'm joking. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm joking.
Okay. She does that.
Okay. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
You got the blood on your tongue? Okay.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there is the power, what did my gangrel friend call it? Animalism.
Okay.
Now, I get out like a little pin, put your thumb like this, like, prick it.
Okay.
And she'll take it from him.
Prick your thumb, feed that little bead to your mouse.
Oh,
Right.
well, you do.
And you focus on the... Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll help you. And I hold her hand very gently and I...
Okay.
And I bring my, like, little bloody thumb up to Machiavelli's little snoot. And I kind of present it to him.
Little nose twitches, twitch.
Come on.
He doesn't immediately
I mean, yeah,
want
he's not
to feed it.
gonna press it into his little mouth a bit. Like, I know he's a, like, you know, he's very pliable, you know, he's not gonna...
Yeah.
So I kind of, like, smush it up into his mouth a little bit.
He eventually takes a little licky. You feel his little tongue. You feel his little tongue and his little...
He does a little... okay.
He does.
Nibble.
He does one of those things.
Okay. This is good. That's so good. I'm picturing that. Picturing his little rat tongue doing that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Yes. And it takes a minute.
She just holds
but-
him there.
Focus on that feeling, that
Okay.
connection you have.
Okay.
How do you feel about Monty?
Or Machiavelli.
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 He's my only friend in the whole wide world. And I want him to be here forever. Because if he goes away, I'll have nothing. He can't die.
And
She tears up thinking about it.
you think about that, and you think about Machiavelli, and you feel the whispers in your head again. Those familiar Malkavian whispers, the web speaking to you. And you hear what you remember the sound of Alexa when they talk to you, those other voices. But now you hear a new voice that you recognize. Hi. You hear. And you hear Machiavelli whispering in your ear.
I was really hoping for like a, hey, what's up, sweet cheeks?
Machiavelli!
Hey, I'm from New York, Machiavelli.
This is my New York rat!
I'm a rat.
Oh my... No, he's got a little soft...
The rats.
He's got a little soft voice. I love him.
He's a little soft. He's a little soft little
He's a
rat.
little soft boy because he got a heart tummy.
And Willow, you feel a mental link with Machiavelli.
Her mouth just drops. Like,
Oh my god, I can hear him.
You can hear him?
He's talking to me.
Yes.
Machiavelli, you can hear me?
Yes.
You've always
what?
understood me?
Yes.
I put him up on my shoulder.
Oh my god, is this what it's like for you, Adder?
Mine's a little different. I have a connection. It's more feelings. You know, my emotions and like desires and guidance and, you know, sharing, but like not words. That's very cool.
He's so smart! Oh, Machiavelli, I knew you were a mastermind.
And
Give him a smooch on his head.
he, you see his nose twitch again, and he kind of curls up in your hand.
Oh, that's
And-
my baby.
You feel like he has a bit of life in him. The little gray circles under his eyes fade slightly.
Oh my god, he's a young man again.
He's a young boy.
And you do have the you are able to unlock Animalism with Bond Famulus. And now you are able to communicate with Machiavelli. You can give Machiavelli verbal instructions like, come, stay, go over there, Machiavelli, go sneak into that room. And
My
he will
little
listen.
spy. My rat spy.
He is able to listen to you and take orders from you. And I believe, do you have to keep feeding them?
Yes,
blood?
but you
It's
don't
like
have to do any
a little
rouse
bit.
checks for it.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
Cost, like
Drop, yeah.
with a ghoul or any other without
Yeah.
it. I think it costs.
Yeah.
but yeah.
So
Do I have to do this often for him?
And she's just nuzzling him.
Your blood has special powers now, so you know, every now and again, top up won't hurt, but it'll last
And he's gonna live forever now.
as long as you're around to protect him.
Oh my gosh! She is absolutely elated, just nuzzling him against her cheek, and finally will like put him up on her shoulder.
This is the best gift anyone has ever given me. And my father bought a death mask.
Well, I kind of clocked that you were different than the others when I saw you. Like, why is that?
Oh my god. He says, "You're not like the other girls."
The other girls of Silas and Dorian.
The other girl, the other Lysander girlies.
I don't know. I guess I've always been that way. I'm the baby of the family, and I'm not like any of my siblings at all. They're all super, you know. Like, Dorian's amazing at everything he does. He never fails. And is running the company with Dad, and, you know, Silas is an amazing doctor, and he did it all on his own. And there's a lot of respect that comes with that. And, you know, my older sister Val is gorgeous beyond compare and can talk her way into any room, and everybody loves her. And I am not any of those things at all. I've just kind of always done my own thing, I guess.
That's your thing then.
Doing my own thing? It's not really
Sounds like
special.
it. Does it have to be? Being
No.
good in a boardroom is only cool if you care about any of that shit.
I mean, I definitely don't. I don't
Then what
wanna
does
be
it
in a
matter?
Well, I'm good at art. That I'm good at, and I'm good at.
Now,
Other
art is
things.
important. That's
It
what makes
is.
people think.
It is.
Entirely changed cultures. Cezanne turns up, you've got an entire new branch. Pointillism. Oh my god. So I did history of art when I was
Really?
at college, right before I died. And that was really interesting to me, and I never get to use it. You're an
Really?
artist?
Yes. Think like I'm sure you know Kandinsky then.
Of course.
I would say I take a lot of my inspiration from him, a bit more abstract. I paint what I feel, and I paint what's interesting to me. I've done a few. I went to school for it, the Art Institute in Chicago.
Wow.
And when I was alive, I did get to do a few gallery showings. Hoping that I can do more, but it's a little hard to do that when you want to show art in natural daylight. So, yeah. Recently, I've just been painting my premonitions. That's really all I can do. Yeah.
And she kind of disassociates for a second, as she does.
You ever tried painting a horse?
Painting a
They're-
horse?
Yeah, they're really hard to paint. Like properly. A good-looking horse. Horses are hard to paint.
Horses are hard to paint. Really, they shouldn't even exist with how heavy they are. I mean, they practically, when they lay down, they're at risk of death.
Wait. What? Why?
Well, because...
Is that a horse fact?
Not the horse facts. I grabbed that from the web, dude.
It is true.
Malkavians.
It is true. No, it is true though. They're so heavy that they really can't lay for extended amounts of time.
Damn.
And the horse hooves are designed that when they step, blood gets pumped up their legs, so when they lay down, their blood doesn't circulate well.
Yeah.
So that could
This
be...
is messed up.
Yeah,
Right?
so they're really strange creatures when you think about it. But yes,
That's why you gotta let 'em run.
That's why I've painted some. I have painted some horses. This is the first nice conversation I've had in a long time.
I'm glad to hear it. I've got some important business, but if you want to have another conversation, just let me know. You have a cell phone?
We're not allowed to have those.
What?
You follow all the rules. You haven't got a cell phone. You're like crime. Surely you've got an Instagram account from.
I did.
Oh no!
Phone?
I'll get you a phone. Hang on.
Wait,
He's
you'll give
drug
me a
dealer, so
phone?
He has like 5 phones. He hands you a phone.
Suckers! She's
my
so,
God.
She's so
We're in
excited.
trouble. We're so fucked.
She just like, is your number in this?
One second.
Hands it back to you.
And then I hand it back.
Oh my gosh, this is my first vampire phone number ask. I haven't asked for a boy's phone number in so long. Wow.
Well, I've got a girl's number. Feel great about that. And call me.
oh, I intend to. Our little children are gonna hang out.
Yeah.
And she holds up Machiavelli.
A play date.
A play date for Machiavelli and Monty.
Monty.
They can play chase.
She very excitedly grabs both of your hands and shakes them.
Thank you. You're the best.
Thank you. I feel like the best.
You should. You're super pretty. And you gave me a phone.
If I knew it was that simple.
You just gotta give a girl a phone, teach her how to turn her rat into an immortal being. It's really simple to pick up chicks nowadays. And yeah, that pretty. Actually, no. I'm gonna be bold. She will, as she grabs both your hands and shakes them excitedly, she'll kiss you on the cheek.
Oh!
Just in case you thought you might not want to call me, I have to leave you wanting.
You've got a plan. I like that. I like that in all.
Always-
You've got everything
Always got
figured
fun.
out
Always
if
had
I could
fun.
blush, I would.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
And she will waltz off to the helicopter, very pleased with herself. And I'm tucking away the phone, my secret phone.
The brothers both are now peering over the window, waiting.
They're
in the
sharing
helicopter. You see both Dorian and Silas looking
Are-
over in the window,
Walking out.
and the helicopter begins and getting real loud again,
Oh
and
my
the dirt
God.
begins going up, and it's like that obnoxiously loud helicopter. Adder, your hair gets blown back a bit as you're trying to walk back to the warehouse. All of your hair gets blown because the helicopter begins. And Willow, you rush up to the helicopter,
Got Machiavellian too.
and you all look, and Adder waves goodbye as
Love that! Yes!
as you all begin flying away. And
Silas just staring daggers at him as they leave.
yes.
I just sit in between my brothers, very.
And yes, Adder blows you a kiss, Silas, as you begin to fly away. And we say goodbye to our Anarch friend, Adder. Thank you, Josh. We will go to break at this time because I realize we have been going quite a bit. I want to thank
breaky
Josh. Thank you, Josh, for
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you,
representing
Josh.
I'm
Anarchs
so
very
Thank you,
well.
everyone.
honored for your attendance.
We can
Honored.
enjoy one last scene of the Adder art in yes,
Please?
in all of its glory. Very
This
handsome,
is so good.
very handsome man with his cool snake.
Oh,
yeah, I forgot we also had the feeding
cool.
art. Shout out to our the same artist that does all of the other character art. He
Teethies.
does a great job. So this art is very amazing.
Look at Monty's eyes. Monty's eyes are red too in the different
He's got
version.
snake fangs.
the
Look at that.
snake,
And he's
is
got
amazing.
snake fangs. That's
Yep.
great.
Yep.
Oh, he's so hot.
Yes.
I love that art so much. That's
Yes.
incredible.
It's so good.
He's
I'm-
so good. He did so good with this art. Oof.
Really good.
So we're gonna go to a quick break, everybody. We'll be back in like 10 minutes or so. Thanks again, Josh, for joining us.
Thank you,
for
Josh.
this. We'll be right back, everybody.
Bye. Be back in a minute.
we return to Ancestral Blood, where the Lysander family, in their personal helicopter driven by Marcus, begins to fly up into the sky, away from this warehouse and this industrial part of East Chicago, and begin flying back to the city. The question is, where would you all go to reconvene? You could go back to the family house if you wanted to, or you all have your own personal apartments still from when you were once alive. You could go to one of your family hotel chains. If you wanted to go to one of the restaurants there, you have like private rooms that you can go to. If you have a favorite club, there's plenty of options. Where would you guys like to go this evening to
Dorian's the
discuss things?
partier.
We gotta discuss business, right? We could do this anywhere, and I mean, would anybody object to doing it at my home? Maybe.
We can do it there.
So I could see my kids a little
Yeah.
bit.
Do we have
Sure.
a private space where we can talk?
I think we can create one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fine with
you're
me.
you're
fine with me.
certain. Yeah, your wife won't necessarily bother you if you have stuff you want to discuss with your siblings. And
Probably asleep.
And worst
Anyway.
case scenario, I do
Yeah.
have
It's the latest.
cloud memory.
Well, she's probably
and
still at the
mesmerize.
hospital
Yeah.
still.
Oh wait, yeah.
She did just give birth today.
yeah, she might be. Yeah, she might still be at the hospital actually. But Dorian has a huge house, so when you guys arrive, his kids are there with your nanny who has been watching. Sebastian and Remy are there. You say hi to them, and they're happy to see you back home. The nanny is happy to see you as well. And actually, you have multiple like nannies who help out. They're all like nice older women. These old granny ladies. You say hi to them, and
Sure.
say hi to your kids for a bit.
Yeah, and I think Dorian would know like all of their names and everything. Like he would be like personable.
Yeah.
With them.
Yeah.
Uh,
And you have plenty of space in this house for private rooms. You have your own office. You have your dining room. All of these areas that your family isn't really, the kids don't really go into. It's more off limits for them.
I tell one of the staff helping out that we're not to be disturbed and to leave us alone for a bit, and that if only to interrupt if it's an emergency regarding my wife or the kids.
They understand, and they know business calls sometimes, even at the house, and they leave you to it. And you take your siblings to the private quarters of your own home, where it's more off limits for other people. And yeah, you guys are at Dorian's house. It's been a long night and day, and you guys are pretty exhausted from all that you've done, because you have
Yeah.
not had time to rest.
Nope.
Um,
No sleepies.
but you have a job in front of you still that technically was given to you by Jackson, that was passed on to the Anarchs, and now the Anarchs have a request of you. Deal with this lupine. And you all have been kind of sitting here pondering. You've never encountered a creature like this in your life. You have no idea what to expect, other than it's very dangerous. So what would the three of you like to discuss on how to deal with this problem?
Well, we have people on payroll, do we not?
Yeah.
Dorian, can
Plenty
you
of
hand me a
people.
notebook?
Sure. There's sure one of the drawers has like a legal pad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
in it.
Thank you.
What are you doing?
I'm drawing out the man I saw.
It's good.
Smart.
So I think we take this drawing, we take it to one of our really trusted investigators. We figure out who this person is.
Mhm.
I feel like they can't be doing well. I'm sure it's not going to be hard to find them and I'll grab them. What do you know about werewolves, by the way? Because, I mean, they sure as hell haven't told us much about being kindred.
Hmm.
So,
I don't
have you
know.
heard
Are
any?
you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking. I'm kind of asking both of you because I know that we don't spend all our time together.
Would I know anything more than them?
Roll me a wits and occult. Or intelligence occult, I'm sorry.
Maybe I've heard.
4 successes.
You know that from what you've learned and read in the Chantry, that werewolves actually have like multiple forms that they can shift into. It's not just like human and wolf, or like human and humanoid werewolf. There is like even like a general wolf form. There's like multiple forms. So that is one thing that like they could potentially also be like looking like a wolf.
Sure.
And you also know that it's not like a myth. Like some things, of course, are folklore and some things are real. But one of the things that is genuinely real is that silver does work well against werewolves. They are weak to silver.
I think my main question is if we find him in his human form, do we have to worry about him transforming on the spot, or is it just only on a full moon, or, you know?
I don't know. All I know is they don't just have their human and werewolf form. They can take multiple forms, and silver does work quite well.
Oh, that'll be easy.
Okay. Well, my first
Possibly.
hope was that we could just nab him in human form, but if we can't rely on that, then I still think that's the best bet, but we should be prepared for anything.
Wait. I'm an idiot.
Yeah?
Look, they've been hunting him for months.
Yeah.
Excuse me. You don't have to agree with that. They've been hunting this werewolf for months. Yeah, they killed an Anarch. But that's probably not the only person that was attacked. You could simply... Wait, was it? Sorry, this is a little flashback. The night I was turned, there were animal attacks, were there not? Like, there were strange animal attacks at the hospital. Or was that a... Sorry, I'm putting Tracy on the spot.
Range animal attacks.
When I left the hospital before I was turned, there was like maulings at the hospital. Anyway, yeah, we'll retcon that if needed. Why don't we just? I mean, I'm sure I can pick up medical reports, death certificates. If there's one place that it's feeding solely, that will take it down to a small area. If there are large maulings in Wrigleyville, all right, obviously, we know to focus there, but if they're happening all over the city, then, I mean, there's 11 million people here. I'm sure Willow's drawing is going to be fantastic, but it doesn't really give us much to go on.
I can listen out, too. I hear things. Just city rumors, people talking all the time. If somebody sees a werewolf, I might hear about it.
All right, so we've got a couple ways that we can track this thing down. What do we do if we find it?
I mean, everyone's talking like this werewolf is not to be trifled with.
No.
Look, we've only been kindred for 9 months. I don't think we can go toe-to-toe with this thing.
Agreed. So we need help.
Yes.
All right. I don't want to ask Jacques.
No, me neither.
I mean, look, we don't have to ask for his help, but we could ask for input.
Oh, thanks for the raid.
Hey, thanks for the raid.
Hey, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Hi.
He's been around for a long time. He's probably seen a werewolf or two.
No.
If
He's
he's
not around
like,
right now.
yeah, well, if he's
What
like,
about
yeah,
Dad,
you know,
then?
don't go after those ones. They're bad news. Like, all right, then we know it's bad. If Jacques says it's bad news, then it's probably bad news.
True. You think we should ask Dad then?
You can ask Dad.
But you don't want to do it?
No. I'm done asking him for help. I'd rather ask Jacques than ask Father.
I'm with Silas on that one. Yeah.
You know, I'm not happy with him either, but acting like this isn't going to help. Like, he's still the head of the business, and
For now.
Jacques might be the head of the family, but we still got to work with Dad.
Look, you're free to ask him. I'm not barring you from doing that. We've learned tonight that no one likes to listen to me anyway. So go ahead and ask Dad.
I'm just saying, I think you should come with me and try to build some kind of relationship with him.
I'm okay. I don't need a relationship with Dad.
I think you do. Look, we'll talk about it later. I'll ask Dad. Unless, Willow, you want to come with me?
I'll come with you.
Make sure you
'Cause
show him Machiavelli.
Okay. He doesn't give a shit what I do anyway.
I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure he's more likely to help us if you're here.
Maybe. Maybe it's the guilt.
Oh, it's not that.
That's fair.
And yeah, he's gonna usher himself and Willow to go see.
Oh, we're
Silas
going
Sr.
now?
Oh, we're going now.
I mean, that's fine. We could go now. I'm fine with that.
Oh, I figured. I mean, if this is our next step,
Wait a minute.
it's getting help.
I also have another idea that we can do at the same time. What if I ask Machiavelli to go to the other rats throughout the city? The Rat Network, baby.
Rat King.
Rat King Machiavelli. Anyway, I can do that in a minute. but
Tracy's face. She's like,
she's like, wait a minute. Hold up. Rat Gang.
Can I be honest though? I'm not against this idea. You said the rat talks to you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh my god, Helvetica Cat asking to play the Rat Gang.
what is your problem with the rats, Silas? Like I feel like you got a problem with.
He just doesn't like the guy. I bet.
I don't think you understand what you got yourself into.
He didn't hurt me.
Not yet.
What do you think he would?
I'm not going to argue about the scientific, esoteric ideas behind what you just did. It's not going to go anywhere, I know that. So I'm not going to waste my breath.
And I don't think it's that serious.
It's just a bond between me and Machiavelli. She'll pull him
It's
out
much more than that.
and give him a little muzzle.
You
He
know,
can talk to me now.
it's you're gonna eventually it's gonna run out.
What?
Your power. And you'll have to go back to keep Machiavelli. Did he not tell you?
Yeah, but he said it's in my blood now.
Not forever. It's like a
No.
drug, Willow. You know how you feel with first time you met your sire?
Yeah.
That's how it's gonna feel now.
For Machiavelli.
No, for you and Adder, or whatever his name was.
I could go to someone else.
It won't be the same.
Is that what happened? Did you feel a bond with him, Willow? Are you connected to him somehow?
I don't think I did I?
No, you don't feel that same bond like that you felt with like Alexa or anything like that. It wasn't quite. You only had a small sip of his blood, honestly.
But I feel that with Machiavelli, though.
Yes.
Okay.
So, I mean, Silas, I think your concern is duly noted, and we will be on the lookout for it. But, I mean, I don't think there's no reason to freak out now, right? Like, we're okay.
It'll be fine. I just have to not do it 4 times, is what he said. Specifically from him.
You know,
Okay.
it would be good to verify that information independently, though. You know, maybe
Yeah, I will.
Silas, your friends at the Chantry might know more about that kind of thing.
I can find you some reading material, Willow.
Okay.
But no, are we going to Dad and Jacques?
I think so. Well, Dad. I don't know where Jacques is.
I can find him.
So, you guys head out. Dorian, you know your father's actually probably at work this evening. He might be at the office. Yeah.
Wow, bold.
Is that so? I was under the impression that at the office, even he's kind of not. He's not there on the day-to-day kind
He's
of thing.
not. But you do know with the recent things that have been coming out about your father not showing up at any of the vital medical meetings. He's trying to make good, so
Okay.
he may be at the office at this time.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's go to our HQ.
Okay.
All right, I'll follow.
And
See
We'll
where
take the
that is.
helicopter.
You can. And Silas, are you going as well, or are you
No, I'm just.
staying? Silas Jr., are you staying behind, or
Um,
are you going with them?
I'm gonna go find Jacques.
Okay. All right. You go to. You
I'm
go.
sure he's at home, at the villa or mansion or whatever it is.
You go back home. You actually find out from the when you go back home that Jacques is actually at the hospital.
Oh,
Hospital.
okay.
Yeah, at
he
Rush
doing
Medical.
Okay.
What indeed could he be doing?
Yeah.
Um.
I'll grab a
Show his
taxi.
face in public.
And then, Dorian, you and Willow are taking the helicopter over to work.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, no, not the helicopter. I don't think we would take the helicopter. I was just joking.
Oh,
We'd
okay. I was
probably
gonna say
just-
you could.
I don't think there's
you
any
come-
time sensitivity to.
Okay. So you guys
Close
drive
enough.
over and you head up to the top floor where the offices are, the executive suites, and you see your father.
Dad.
He's alone. He's at his desk reviewing some papers, it looks like. in his nice, pristine office with the windows open, the clear glass window so you can see in, and then the windows overlooking Chicago.
Late, alone again. Where's the rest of the squad, the team?
Dorian, Willow.
I go over to his desk and I sit on the edge of it.
Hey, Dad.
Hi,
How's your
Dad.
night going?
Well, not great, actually. I did just get out of a meeting with the board, and... Well, they want to vote me out of CEO of the pharma group of Vital Medical. So that's how
Wait,
my night is going.
How could they do that? How do they have the votes for that? I mean, we have our seats. You've got 2
Yes.
seats.
They can't do that.
How would they? How do
They
they
want
get
to
the
have
votes?
they want to have a vote on it next week to see if I should stay in position.
So
So
who-
yes, my children, you all have your own voting power. I would love for you all to be in attendance at the meeting if you can.
Of course.
Silas have a voting as well, right?
Yes.
We all family has a right.
All the kids have
Okay.
a vote, I think.
So Silas has to come too.
Yes.
He's not gonna like that.
He's gonna be pissed.
Oh, he'll live, so to speak.
What brings you into my office this evening? This isn't a normal occurrence.
Well, we were given that job by the Camarilla.
Yes. The job you
Well-
were all assigned to as your first job as a coterie.
And we're making a lot of good progress. They are already all but gone from the park. Barely a presence. All we have to do is take care of a little werewolf problem. Once we do that, and we make good on some other property deals with them, then they're good to go.
We just gotta find the guy. But I know exactly what he looks like.
Exactly. So we think we can find him, but look, we don't want to get in over our heads. I mean, we probably need help, right? Some muscle, some real power. Like where do you go in the kindred world when you need to hit something hard?
How do you kill a werewolf, Dad? Or round one up?
So you two are telling me you strolled into my office with your first job given to you by Prince Kevin Jackson, assigning to my children, entrusting that the 3 of you could do it, and it turns out that the 3 of you can't do it on your own, and you need to come to me for help. Truly, the 9 months that I took training and having you all learn how to be kindred and how to be your own people, clearly that meant nothing. Clearly, you still need me. Is that what you're saying, Dorian? You still need me to take care of everything. You still need my help. Willow, you thought you could be out on your own. So independent, yet still so needy. The 2 of you, still here, asking for my help. Why did I ever think I could let you all be on your own? And your own brother couldn't show up to ask for help too? No, he had to send in the 2 of you. Because he thought, no, he couldn't even show his face in this office, but I'm sure he's just as pathetic as the 2 of you. And what's this I hear you have to deal with a werewolf? Ah, yes, my son and daughter. Dog catchers. You're better than that, Dorian. Act like it. I'm disappointed.
You're right. You're right. I don't know why we came to you for help. It was a stupid idea to begin with. We don't need it. You know, we just thought.
Clearly you do, Dorian. Clearly you do.
No, we don't.
Or else
no,
you
we
wouldn't
don't.
have come here.
Just thought it'd be nice to ask my dad for advice.
Yeah, that too.
I thought my kids could take their first job from the prince and handle it on their own. I only got the best of the best for all of you. The best sires, the best jobs, the best universities, the best education, the best of everything, all the money in this city, and you can't deal with one dog.
I slide off the desk. I go over to Dorian and I tug on his arm.
Can we go now?
Yeah. All right, Dad, we'll take care of this. And he's just going to kind of tuck tail and leave.
Yeah. Thanks for the raid, Tabletop Down.
Hey, thanks for the raid.
Thanks for the
Sorry.
raid. Welcome.
Yeah, a little
Tabletop
intense
Can you vampire dad?
The kids just got yelled at. Welcome in. You all exit the office. Silas stares you down as you walk.
Don't tell Silas. Like, he doesn't have to know how that. He's just gonna get a smug fucking look on his face. He's gonna shake his head. There's no reason that we have to tell
No.
him how that went down, right?
No, we don't have to.
All right.
I just
Dad
thought-
didn't know how to help us. That's all.
Yeah.
On the
Never
way
has.
out. On the way out, one of the secretaries at the front desk, she yells to you, Mr. Lysander,
Yeah.
this is a note that came for you. And she hands it to you. It just came in.
He's gonna take it. Thank you, and immediately open it, read it.
It is it's a number for a service of like an animal control service.
Where did this come from? This from
I believe this came directly from your father.
Dad, right? Yeah. So yeah, Dad was able to get us some help. Animal
We're not-
control.
We're not gonna actually use it, are we?
I mean, why not?
To make a point.
If we have other options that are better, I'm all for it. But I'm not throwing this away until we have
We can
something.
hold on to it.
But yeah, if we can figure out a better way, toss it. Fuck him.
Yeah.
You realize, Dorian, that this animal control service is under a property that you all own, and you essentially have control over the actual building that they own. And I won't even have you roll like a intelligence politics or anything for this. From what you gather, your dad is basically implying from this that this company, you could bribe that if anything was, they might be able to capture this wolf, and like if anything weird happened, it's not like that info would get out. You guys are able to pay them off. to keep quiet of anything that happens. But yeah, that's what you gather your dad's proposed solution is for this.
Yeah, Dorian tucks it away in a briefcase or something. He gives it to his aide or whatever. Okay.
When we get out of the building.
Yes, you begin to walk out, and your car is waiting for you.
Before we get in the car, I give Dorian this look.
You're not voting for him to stay, are you?
We should talk about this later.
She knows. She'll leave it at that, but it's a conversation that needs to happen.
Yeah.
And she'll get in the car.
And the
Oh,
two of
no,
you drive off. And it shows the camera cuts to Silas driving to his hospital where he works to have a conversation with Jacques. But that is a conversation we'll have to see how it goes next week. As we close out our evening of Ancestral Blood on a bit of a defeated note. After such a good conversation with the Anarchs and a berating from their father, the Lysanders must decide next week what they would like to do regarding this werewolf problem in Chicago. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We will be back here next week, next Friday, for another episode of Ancestral Blood. We will also be here this coming Sunday for Icewind Dale Cold-Blooded, the season finale for Icewind Dale Cold-Blooded. And that is the only two programmings we have scheduled for this next upcoming week. So Sunday and Friday. We hope to see you for either of those. Or maybe see you at PAX Unplugged, as the following weekend, that is where we will be. And maybe recording a live session of Ancestral Blood, but you didn't hear that from me. That's all for us, everybody. Thank you again. And stay thirsty. Goodbye.
Oh, we do be.
Staying thirsty, especially when we get that adder art real quick. Where's that?
Send me Adder. Send me him in a little box, please. Asking for a friend, how tall is Adder?
That's a
Reminder
serious
that
question.
Series.
He's as
Our
tall
voices
as
are
you
still
need him to
live.
be. I think you get to decide that.
Oh my god. Me messaging right here. I'm gonna put Josh is in the Discord now, right?
Just at
He
him.
can see Cast Blades. I'm adding him. Or I'm not Cast Blades, sorry, Cast VTM.
Yo.
The artist in making Adder literally said, as he was making him, I may have made him too hot. And we assured him no.
Impossible.
No,
Oh,
definitely
no.
definitely.
Oh.